Next generation GMC Sierra. During GMC's truck month,
Hey, how you doing? I got this Sean coming real quick.
plus get an additional 1,000 bucks finance through GM Financial. GMC truck life like a pro.
What's on at Miller Outdoor Theater? Only the best music, dance, theater, and more. Right in the heart of Herman Park, and always free. To see what's on this month, visit MillerOutdoorTheater.com.
This segment is sponsored by Miller Outdoor Theater, always free. ABC 13, Eyewitness News at 4 continues.
The twist in the search for missing 4-year-old Aaliyah Davis. Exclusive surveillance photos show her mother's former fiance before and after her disappearance. He is seen carrying a laundry basket and black garbage bag inside of the family's apartment, and then another allegedly shows him at a hospital waiting for treatment the night he says he was attacked. Aaliyah's mother is now saying she was abused by him, and he is nowhere to be found.
And we're getting a much-needed break from the extremely heavy rain that we had yesterday evening, but because we have another round coming in, flash flood watch remains in effect for most of southeast Texas until 7 p.m. tomorrow. The only counties that have been excluded from that watch are Grimes, Brazos, and down into Washington counties. The rest of us still under the watch. Another 1 to 3 inches of rain is expected over most of the area. A couple of spots could get as much as 5 inches of rain. It will not happen this evening. Megadoppler doesn't show anything but a couple of sprinkles out there, so rain chance at about 10%. Watch what happens as we get to late tonight. As another disturbance comes in, we'll begin to see scattered heavy downpours develop right there around 7 o'clock in the morning, and those will expand inland as we go through the day and be around for most of the day coming up on your Saturday. Second half of the weekend still looks good, but we have another rain chance coming next week. I'll detail it all coming up in your forecast.
Thanks a lot. And with more rain expected, authorities in Fort Bend County keeping a close eye on some swollen rivers.
ABC 13's Marla Carter is joining us live from Fort Bend County, where the Brazos River is eroding land pretty close to some people's homes. Marla?
Exactly, that is a major concern, and you can see the river is up. In fact, we're on a road right now, but you can see that road is flooded. In fact, the river rose 1 foot overnight, and that is something that Fort Bend County is keeping an eye on.
To get a first-hand look after the storm, we rode along with Fort Bend County Precinct 3 Constable Wayne Thompson.
Unfortunately, the folks in Simonton are kind of used to this.
Simonton sits along the Brazos River. Crews are keeping a close eye on this area. It's where the Brazos River has widened over time.
The river just keeps chipping away on the land and now into some people's homes.
In fact, look at this road. It's been eroding for years. But last night's rain alone took out up to another 5 feet of it. And then there's this house.
The house is gradually falling into the river. This isn't new to this event. It started around Harvey time.
Nearby, they also have pumps set up to pump out water if it gets too hot. Plus, they've gotten a look from the sky and from a drone.
When you're able to see it from that angle, it gives you a little bit better perspective of what's going on.
Another area of concern for Fort Bend is the San Bernard.
The current forecast shows an additional 8-foot of rise in the next 24 hours. The river's rising about 1 foot every 2 hours. Specifically down in that area, we have a community called Tierra Grande, and we are communicating with the residents down there and in the lower end of the county near Needville.
Keeping an eye out is what everyone plans to do, including Constable Thompson.
We have more rain that's coming.
Now, 150 homes flooded after Tuesday's rainfall here in the unincorporated area of Fort Bend, and we learned today that debris cleanup for that storm is set to begin May 20th, so in about 10 days. Reporting live from Fort Bend County, Marla Carter, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
That fire is raging. It is raging right now. This is just something that we happened to stumble across, and oh my goodness, if you guys can see that. Yeah, definitely fully engulfed.
That was ABC 13 reporter Lida Moreno right there, and she had stumbled on this fire last night. And today we learned the home belongs to the owners of Bayway Auto Group, John and Linda Wisniewski, and they said they'd just gone to bed when their son heard that loud bang.
He said, I heard a big boom, but he said, I didn't think it was right there at the house. I'm asleep, you know, and he said, no, Mom, you need to come look. And from there, I walked into the living room, and I could see, yeah, it was just billowing smoke.
Well, here it is right here. The home unfortunately burned to the ground, and Sky Eye was just over the scene. A few minutes ago, we saw firefighters inside right here, combing through the rubble, doing their investigation. They suspect lightning sparked the fire because there was a huge storm, lightning storm moving through at the time, but they still have to confirm that and then continuing their investigation. And as people took shelter, thieves went to work.
Just unbelievable. Wheels swiped from stalled cars, and one thief was bold enough to steal some from a truck parked up in a driveway. ABC 13 Steve Campion talked to that shock truck owner.
While many were fast asleep when those storms rolled through southeast Texas, others were hard at work. Crooks stealing. Maria Vargas remains upset this afternoon. Wouldn't you be? Look as she rolls back the surveillance video from outside her Northeast Houston home. You can see a thief stealing her truck's wheels during last night's storm. There's even lightning caught on camera.
My neighbor across the street calls me, tells me missing some tires off the truck.
At one point, the crook runs off as another truck drives by. He's seen working on the heist for 40 minutes, starting around 2 a.m. Hours ago, we met Vargas in the Songwood neighborhood. Her truck sits on blocks.
They were lucky I wouldn't have.
Why that?
Because I would have taken care of my property.
Houston, I hate to tell you, this isn't the only case. Just down the street, we found this rental car flooded out and sitting in the middle of the street. The driver told Eyewitness News he took on water, abandoned the car last night, and returned to find it like this, up in the air.
That was their whole plan. If they were out knowing how high the water was, they really weren't concerned about the water. They just tried to do what they can to make them quick back, which is sad.
My new friend Maria has a message for this shadowy figure. Don't try her again.
Come back and see me.
In Northeast Houston, Steve Campion, 13, Eyewitness News.
All right, Sky Eye right now over some breaking news. This is over the Houston Ship Channel where there's been a collision between a barge and another vessel. Don Armstrong is over that scene trying to get a little bit more information. Don, what are you seeing?
Well, right offshore of Bayport, if everybody knows where that is, out here near the port area in the Houston Ship Channel as it leads into Galveston Bay. This is a barge, a very large barge, as you can see, and it is carrying, from what we understand, this is all very preliminary information, petroleum products, and it appears as though that a ship has sliced into the middle of this. I'm sure that you can see it in the middle of your screen. Looks like a big V shape there. Let me show you the rest of the scene out here in the middle of the bay. Right there, that is a Port of Houston emergency vehicle there. And over here, there is an overturned barge upside down. And there is another barge over here that is at a standstill. We understand that the Houston Ship Channel now is completely shut down. Over to my left, let me pan over here. We don't know if this ship had anything to do with this, but it is under tow, and it is out here in the middle of the ship channel. We're not too far from the Barber's Cut Ship Channel facility over here, right off of the Houston Ship Channel. And this is a major spill. There you can see in the middle, and it looks as though that petroleum product's still leaking out of this barge now. Again, this is a developing story. We just got on the scene. We don't have very much information. This just happened just a short time ago, but the Houston Ship Channel is completely shut down. We're keeping an eye on this, and we're getting more information from the news desk right now, so we'll bring that to you just as soon as we can. A developing story about the Houston Ship Channel as it leads into Galveston Bay.
Yeah, Don, as you keep this picture right here showing us that spill, and that is a huge gash on that. We just got a new piece of information into our newsroom here. We're learning that approximately 25,000 barrels of a gas product, which kind of speaks to what you were saying, that petroleum product has been in there. So that could possibly be the spill we're seeing. We do have a reporter headed this way, but wow, that is one massive gash.
It is. I mean, Don, I guess that's what we're seeing in the middle of that barge. I mean, it looks like we're almost looking at two different vessels. Obviously, we're not, but that's an actual gash where it was almost cut in half by the looks of it.
Well, that's certainly what it appears to be. I don't have confirmation of that, but that's what it appears to be at this time. Now, there is another vessel over here, and it's two barges. That's what I thought had happened here, but they are
actually joined together. So, you know, we're just going to have to wait and see how this all pans out. Again, this is Port of Houston emergency vehicle there, investigatory type ship, and there is an overturned barge here. We don't know how this happened. We don't know all of the vehicles that are involved in this, but as you can see, this is a major issue out here in the Houston Ship Channel.
Yeah, well, and we are certainly hoping that there haven't been any injuries. We're going to continue to work on that. But again, 25,000 barrels of a gas product is a major environmental problem for that entire area. So as soon as we get some more information on this, we're going to keep everyone updated. Dawn, thank you.
Okay, well, coming up, fine lines, wrinkles, and weight gain. Some of your favorite foods could be causing them. Experts say if you're over 30, you need to cut down on them.
The 2019 Nissan Armada. Intelligence with an attitude. Get a low 349 from lease on the 2019 Armada.
Attention, if you're 50 years or older, this message is for you. Millions of Americans were exposed to asbestos working in factories, oil fields, refineries, shipyards, paper mills, and other jobs prior to 1982. You may have been exposed and qualify for cash compensation. This is not a lawsuit against the company you work for. Schedule your free asbestos health test today. Call 855-579-5299. That's 855-579-5299.
How do you top the best treats and eats in Texas? Come into DQ and pile it on. Order up a juicy DQ burger and make it yours with all your favorite add-ons. Whether you like it spicy or crispy or cheesy. Want to top that? Treat yourself with our new Brownie Dough Blizzard of the Month. When you're hungry for the best treats and eats in Texas, nobody tops DQ. DQ, that's what I like about Texas.
It's time for our Memorial Day sale on the Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed. It senses your movement and automatically adjusts to keep you both comfortable. Save $1,000 on the new Queen Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed, only $17.99, only for a limited time.
Our dad built U.S. coins based on fairness and integrity. It's the only way that I know to make sure that the customer's taken care of. Somebody brings something in that surprises us every day. That drives me. And just because you have a coin collection, you may not be ready to sell it, but you might want to know what it's worth. We're here in Memorial. You bring it in. You have zero obligation. We'll tell you exactly what it's worth. And if you don't sell it to us, it doesn't hurt our feelings. I love seeing the coins. That's my job.
Okay, we know there's no fountain of youth, but you can age more gracefully with the right foods. Unfortunately, some of your favorites may be working against you. The editors at Eat This Not That say that there are certain foods you should definitely avoid, especially after the age of 30. So first of all, let's talk about your skin. You could be doing damage if you're drinking iced coffee through a straw, they say. Repetitive facial movements like drinking from a straw, repetitive, are proven to cause fine lines and wrinkles. We don't want that. Next up, margarine and bacon. Both are said to cause inflammation. Margarine makes your skin more sensitive to the damaging effects of the sun as well. And saturated fats from bacon can cause skin to sag prematurely. Now, next up, let's talk about maintaining weight. A lot of sugar-free snacks and commercial weight loss bars are loaded with artificial sweeteners. Those can be a problem. They cause thicker midsections, and they actually leave you more tired and more hungry. You want to use more natural products. And then unless you're a vegetarian, they say to skip the veggie burgers. Getting enough vitamin B12 helps keep gray hair at bay, and it's found abundantly in real beef. So a little bit of good news in all of this, Eric.
I'm giving up that veggie burger for good. That's it, cold turkey. Thanks a lot, Alana. All right, you want something spicy and surprising this weekend? Well, in Bel Air, good friends with a great name are serving some hot barbecue, but what separates them from the rest?
That's how a home and auto bundle is made. So, what are some key takeaways from this commercial?
Did any of you hear the bundle your home and auto part?
I like that, just not when it comes out of her mouth. Yeah, as a mother, I wouldn't want my kids to see that.
To see, wait, I'm sorry, what?
Don't kids see enough violence as it is?
I've seen violence. Maybe we're turning the word bundle into a character, like Mr. Bundle.
They're dropping the bundle to you.
My kids would love that.
Summer's here, and with a great deal on a new Toyota, you can do all the things that make the season so much fun. Like go biking, Mother's Day, glamping, graduations, music festivals, motocross,
During the Summer Starts Here sales event, get $1,500 customer cash on a new Fun to Drive 2019 Camry. Hurry in today.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
Hi, Jesse Palmer here. Totally focused on Memorial Day. No time for furniture shopping, especially here at Rooms to Go, where our Memorial Day sales are right now. Get top styles, top quality, great Memorial Day sale prices on room packages, and hundreds of other amazing buys. Plus, get 60-month interest-free financing. It's a Memorial Day sale the way it should be. Easy, fast, affordable. And you get it all. Now at Rooms to Go.
We want to show you more video of that barge and vessel collision in the Houston Ship Channel. Sky Eye was live just minutes ago over this. That barge releasing some sort of a gas product. We know there was about 25,000 barrels of that product in it. This gas product is called reformate, which is a blend of multiple chemicals like benzene. And obviously a major environmental problem happening there, as well as you take a look at that overturned barge, we don't have any word of any possible injuries there as well. We do have a reporter headed that way, and we'll keep you updated.
And some parents are outraged. They were investigated for abusing their disabled daughter.
But they soon found out it was actually happening on the school bus.
She was just sitting there, and she punched her. Unprovoked.
A bus attendant in Lakeland, Florida, now charged. Police say that she physically abused an 18-year-old who is unable to speak. Authorities first questioned her parents, thinking that they might be responsible for the bruises on the girl's body. Her parents say they don't understand why the accused woman took a job working with special needs children.
You have to have endless patience to work with special needs. And why would you even take a job like that if you don't have that? I mean, you have the patience of a saint, honestly.
Police say there is evidence that the bus attendant abused other riders as well. A scary sight for teachers and students at a Florida high school. The ground caving in just feet from their school in Tarpon Springs. But this 24-hour was not enough for classes to be canceled. They just continued on. The area was roped off. Students were told just to stay away as investigators used ground-penetrating radar to try to figure out.
A tsunami out there last night.
Okay, as we know, people are dealing with a lot of damage from their homes last night.
Yes, once the storm goes out, you might be wondering what's the most important thing to do next. Well, State Farm says statewide hundreds of homes have been damaged in this recent severe weather. And when your home is hit, it is critical to document the damage.
Just take pictures of any devastation that was taken on. Take as many pictures as you can. That way you have documentation. Again, gather any, put together an inventory list of things that were damaged because of the flood.
Now, for flood insurance, there's a 30-day waiting period for the policy to kick in. So as we approach hurricane season, you're going to want to buy
thinking I was going to be able to cut across.
Possibly, you can't wait till the storm is on the radar.
We're heading into hurricane season, another no.
But then it brought me down.
The rain stops, we know now in our neck of the woods, and keep watching the rivers and bayous because they can continue to stay elevated.
We're going to concentrate on a couple of these rivers right now. First of all, typical situation here, you get a lot of heavy rain upstream. All of that system comes right down the Trinity River most times. And the Trinity River now is in major flood stage. Major flood stage is 29 feet. It's at 29.2 right now. And it looks like it's going to hover there in major flood stage for quite some time. The record's 32, so nowhere near record, but it's certainly going to be in major flood
Luckily,
stage for the rest
you know,
of this
I
weekend
was
into
able to
next
make
week.
it,
Here's
you
the
know,
Brazos
out alive.
River and
But
Richmond,
yeah, man,
not
for a
in
quick
major
minute, I
flood
thought for
stage.
sure
That's 50.
I
It's
was
sitting
gonna
at
have
48.2 right now.
I was gonna have
It's
to call
going to
AAA
hover
or
right there in
something.
moderate flood stage for the
Aggressive
rest of the
roadside
weekend
assistance.
coming
It
up
was
for the
it
most
was
part,
bad.
and then begin to fall after that. So there
Made it
is some
unsafe.
good news there for those living along the Brazos River in Richmond. Brazos River in Sharon, though, will continue to see that water come downstream. Right now they're at 51.39 feet. Major flood stage is 51.3, so they are there. They'll be hovering there as we get right to the rest of the weekend, and then slowly fall back down to moderate flood stage as we
Yeah, one of my
get
buddies
into
works for
next week.
UPS,
Here's a look at
and he showed me a picture of a plane that was on the tarmac, got struck by lightning, and the lightning went through the wind and bounced off the concrete and shot a whole bunch of concrete up, and the concrete underneath the plane did a whole lot of damage to the plane.
Area from the west. Watch what happens as we begin to get close to sunrise tomorrow. We'll start to see thunderstorms fire right over the area, especially from Houston to the east and to the south. That will expand inland as we go throughout the daytime coming up for tomorrow. They will stick around for most of the day tomorrow, but by tomorrow evening, we're going to see the heaviest rain shifting parts of Louisiana. We're going to spread into the area from the west, and that means the second half of the weekend will be okay. Our latest raincast is generally speaking away from our far northwest counties, which are not under the flash flood watch. About 1 to 3 inches of rain for most areas, but about 4 places under the watch. 5 inches out there. You took your model aside, most likely the spot for that to be is along the coast, but we can't really pinpoint that at this time. So we'll go for a 90% chance for rain tomorrow with that flood watch in effect. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday looking pretty good. But part of next week, we'll have another chance for storms coming up on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Going to be dry but warm for the most part. And at this time, unfortunately, next weekend is looking a little wet with a 20 to 30% chance for storm.
We're just going to get to those dry days that are on the board. Thanks a lot, David. We all know barbecue is sacred in Texas, and so is the bond between the three friends you're about to meet.
Yeah, they run Blood Brothers Barbecue in Bel Air. They share their story and video that will leave you craving barbecue. Here's today's Bite Size, part of ABC's local-ish brand.
Spicy, got surprises in it. And he was like, you bring me in. I'm like, dude, you can't be doing that. Right.
Can't even wipe your own ass.
I'm a co-owner of Blood Brothers Barbecue.
And your brother's in town, right? He doesn't wear? What are you texting?
I grew up with Terry and Robbie. We went to high school together. We developed a bond. Vietnamese food, Chinese food, Korean food. So we take all the flavors that we grew up eating and try to incorporate it into our food.
Just kind of happened.
Yeah, I mean, that's a
Right. Special
A lot of people are like, hey, you got something here. Y'all should be trying to do something with it.
So we started to on a trade, started doing pop-ups around the city. Did that for 5 years. It's about good friends. It's barbecue, something we share with friends. We thought it was great. We thought it was perfect.
I think what kind of separates us is we like to call it Houston barbecue. We want to bring a backyard barbecue.
I know, that doesn't only happen. At least where I'm from.
Yes, they look delicious. I am checking that place out. A middleman in the right place.
And how he managed to get in contact with a homeowner even though she wasn't even home and save her pets from a fire. We have this unbelievable story coming up next. But first, here's a look at what's ahead on Live at 5.
Let's check into what is ahead. have stunning new developments in the Malia Davis case. You don't want to miss it. Next on Live at 5, exclusive photos and breaking developments. This coming after bombshell claims from Davis's mother involving her now ex-fiancée, Maya Shea, is sorting it all out for us. And why the people who suffered major hail damage are telling ABC 13 they believe a tornado may have caused this to their homes. Plus, we hit the court at the Toyota Center, hear what Rockets and Warriors star players are saying about tonight's big game 6. It is crucial, a must-win. See you tonight at 5.
Localish on ABC 13 is sponsored by Star Furniture and Mattresses. Star has it.
Get my YouTube channel off the ground. Yeah, I'll send actually you know what? I'm pretty sure I got your video up. I hope I did. But yeah, man, I bought a new laptop. Yeah, you know what? I left the laptop at home. I didn't expect you to come in today. That's okay. But I bought an Omen. HP Omen. I told them all I want was to be able to edit and upload to the channel. It's a program called Video. I got my old laptop here. Actually, one of my other clients is an IT guy as well. And
the redesigned Jeep Cherokee starts with going bigger, going far.
Dude. All right, what you got your phone?
Unmatched capability.
Go ahead and pull up my camera. I'm almost 100% positive your videos. I got your video on my channel.
Every legend starts somewhere. Start yours at the Jeep Celebration event. Get $2,500 combined cash allowance on select 2019 Cherokee models in other stock, and Texas residents get these additional offers.
Minwax makes it so easy to make work beautiful. Once you get started, you won't want to stop. Keep on finishing with Minwax, America's #1 selling interior stain.
Yeah, scroll down a whole lot. I'm pretty sure your video is like a couple weeks
What kind of expensive leaks in the pipes? I'm Jeff Fogg, pipe specialist. We eliminate all these problems.
But no, I try to get people to email me their music.
1 or 2 days, plus we'll patch your walls with a lifetime guarantee.
And then I
completed over 30,000 leak pipes and can help you too. Call us today for a free estimate to get great water pressure and no more leaks.
She won't stop.
Nissan is.
We've been arguing about 2 hours.
Can't miss out during the Summer of SUV sales.
I say just call.
All you need is a great camera, the right tunes,
Anyway,
and a change of scenery.
But yeah, I could probably
save on it all at Nissan's Summer of SUV sales event. Now save up to $3,000 or get a low $199 per month lease on the 2019 Nissan Rogue.
Yeah, man.
Minwax makes it so easy to make
so for
work
me,
beautiful.
I don't.
Once you
I
get
mean,
started,
sometimes I wonder if I need to do more, and then sometimes I'm like,
keep on finishing with Minwax, America's #1 selling interior stain.
I mean, just. Sometimes I wonder if I need more, and sometimes
We have
I'm
a
like,
clarification that we want to bring you.
And Mullen Carter's story just a few minutes ago about rising river concerns in Fort Bend County. A graphic mistakenly said the Brazos River was at risk of rising 8 feet. The correct river at risk of rising 8 feet
that's what I'm eventually
is the San
probably
Bernard River,
transition
which is
to.
also in Fort Bend County.
An explosion leveled the gas station and sent 4 people to the hospital.
So here's the aftermath in Roanoke, Virginia. Firefighters put out hotspots as they sifted through the charred debris of cars and gas pumps. They're still investigating the cause, but they say the explosion does not appear to be suspicious.
That's the whole franchise. Dude, I spent $1,500. I spent $1,300 on the camera.
Yeah, he saved that homeowner's pets from a fire. Daniel Colon had just pulled up to a home when he noticed smoke. An SUV parked in the driveway had caught fire and the flames spread to the garage. That homeowner wasn't home, but she had one of those smart doorbells. So once Colon rang it, he was linked to her phone. He told that homeowner her car was on fire, then called 911. Firefighters rescued all 3 passengers and salvaged most of the house.
Yeah, he's like, honestly, you're kind of doing too much of
What you can do is, when you think
That is awesome. Clone supervisors plan to nominate him for the Postal
well,
Services
that's what this
responders getting ready for more flood rescue.
Live at 5 with Art and Mel starts right now.
That's what this
ABC 13.
Yeah, no, listen, man, I'm glad. I'm glad you,
Live at 5, new details in the Malia Davis case. Here with bombshell allegations are now coming out.
Travis Herzog has the update on which spots are no longer under the flash flood watch for most of our area.
And hear why residents believe the tornado helped cause all of this hail damage. Sky Eye is now
so you're getting like more clarity, even though it's not 4K.
But we begin tonight with this breaking news from the Houston Ship Channel. Boy, what a problem here. A barge and another vessel have collided just south of Bayport.
so I'm gonna shoot you an email. I'm sorry, a text with my email,
or we're going to be able to get to
whatever.
We get Sky Eye connected there. But we do have the Sky Eye pictures that were found.
Yeah, send me whatever
about that huge barge.
I have
those right there. It appears to have that a massive gash right there in the middle of it. You see it? That's from the impact of the collision. We're told that the barge was carrying petroleum products. Traffic in both directions of the ship channel have been stopped now. There is no traffic there while crews investigate.
Now, officials in Seagrove just tweeted out that they are getting reports of a petroleum smell coming from the bay. It is unclear at this point whether or not it is from that accident, but we do have crews on the way, and we'll bring you the latest information on abc13.com and as soon as we get it on air.
All right, no bombshell claims now in the Malia Davis case. She is missing still, but there are surprising new revelations about security camera images of her mother's former fiance and, of course, claims of abuse as well. Now, this has quickly become our most read story on ABC13.com today.
ABC 13 reporter Maya Shea is at the family's apartment complex with breaking developments. Maya joins us live with those stunning details and how police are responding now to this missing 4-year-old. Maya?
Yeah, Houston police would only say they are still investigating. We do know the mother and community activist Quannox actually went down to HPD about an hour ago to actually talk to them. But at its key, at the heart today, look at that camera. That camera captures surveillance images of the child's stepfather carrying a laundry basket out, and that, the mother says, is where her suspicions lie. Take a look at this exclusive surveillance image obtained by ABC 13. It allegedly shows Malia Davis's stepdad, Darian Vance, leaving his apartment sometime after the little girl's mom already left town for a funeral. Today, while Brittany Bowles saw this community activist Glenn X spoke on her behalf. She says the mother has not told police that she and stepdad had a fight the night before she left. Other details that will be crucial to the investigation.
This mother has suffered a lot of abuse. But there are some key things that will help investigators in this case. My mom coming forward and sharing with them.
Okay, okay. No, I don't know how to make it.
And we know that the mother now says she wants to share everything she knows, even if it's unflattering toward herself, because she wants to know what happened to her daughter. We will have more on this developing story coming up on Eyewitness News at 6. For now, we're live in Southwest Houston. Maya Shea, ABC 13, Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Maya. Just devastating. Well, there have been so many major developments over just the past week in this case. You can go to abc13.com to get an in-depth
I intend to monetize, so I do expect that to be a thing at some point.
Big revelations being made today.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's not the worst thing in the world.
Under a flash flood watch, residents and first responders getting ready for another long night of rain and street flooding.
Let's see if it comes and how much it comes, actually. Chief Meteorologist Travis Herzog been tracking all of this for several days. You've been all on top of this, Travis. Great stuff out reported yesterday, but what are we expecting tonight?
Well, the good news is most of the night now looks like it'll actually be rain-free. Probably won't be until close to 6 o'clock tomorrow morning that the storms begin to refire over southeast Texas. And because areas northwest of Houston haven't picked up much rain this week, a few of our counties have been dropped out of the flash flood watch. That includes Grimes, Brazos, Burleson, and Washington counties. For everyone else, the flash flood watch remains in effect until 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. This is what's led to the big thunderstorm complex that rolled through, and with our tropical mindsets, I know what that looks like, but it's not a tropical weather system. It's just the remnants of last night's storms. They've pushed so far out there. But they've kept the unstable air from flowing back in today, which is why we haven't seen much precipitation. Northeastern Harris County still picking up a few tiny little showers. Those won't blossom into anything serious, though. Last night's explosive thunderstorms zapped a lot of energy out of the atmosphere, but we do expect that overnight the atmosphere will begin to recover as that front out in the Gulf begins to push back inland. So most of us are in the mid-70s, and we still have this northerly breeze, but just offshore, a boundary is stalled out that'll be lifting back northward overnight. And as that happens, we are going to see those rain chances start to climb back up again. But between now and 10 o'clock, hardly even a drop out there. Your immediate plans look like they're going to be just fine, and it should be fairly quiet through the night. But as we head towards 6, 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, the boundary pushes up towards the I-10 corridor, and the showers and thunderstorms begin to fire and then continue to blossom as we head into the afternoon hours. So it does look like we're going to be seeing some active weather through tomorrow morning after sunrise and into the mid-afternoon. And there is the potential, once again, for more street flooding that is looking very likely in the areas that pick up 1 to 3 inches of rain. There could be a few isolated spots that pick up greater than 5 inches. And while it's not likely, bayou and creek flooding is possible and cannot be ruled out. If you live in the red shade, you're under what we call a moderate risk for flash flooding, meaning numerous flash floods are expected generally east and south of the city of Houston. We'll continue to show you some more computer model projections coming up in your full forecast, because it does look like after Saturday, things are going to end up really nice for Mom.
Well, that's a good bit of news. Thank you so much, Travis. Well, viewer photos like this one is really helping us tell the story about the severe weather we've been dealing with all week. This was taken in the Oak Forest subdivision in North Houston. Now, the person who posted this on Instagram says the bolt did not cause any damage other than leave burn marks on the tree. But wow, how often do you get a shot like that?
Almost celestial somehow in nature, but wow, what a picture. All right, well, Sky Eye and our crews found all of this damage from the storm that hit our area. It reportedly got to softball size in some places, most of it golf ball size, but some even much larger. Northeast Houston was slammed by golf ball size hail last night, and today dozens are left with that damage. ABC 13 reporter Erica Saturday now live with the details. Erica, some call it a tornado that left that path of destruction, but I don't know about that. We'll have Travis talk about that, but what do you think?
Yeah, Art, I'm going to leave that part to the professionals, but a number of people out here have expressed that concern and that question to both ABC 13 reporter Courtney Fisher and I. We don't have that confirmed as of yet, but they believe that only a tornado could have left these kinds of dents and this type of damage to their windshields. Here's a look at Evangeline Drive and Penelope Drive from up above at Sky Eye 13. There's widespread destruction and a trail of mess that will take a while to clean up. Hail, some say the size of golf or tennis balls, came raining down Thursday, pummeling everything in its way. In some spots, it even stripped off the sides of houses and forced roofs to cave in.
Just grabbed out our kids and put it up in one of those spots where, where we can try to be safe.
This is some hail that one homeowner managed to grab during the storm and put in his freezer. You can see here just kind of what they were dealing with last night and the kind of perspective size-wise there. Now, even though more storms are expected tonight and into the morning, they hope that the very least they can catch a break. Well, I'm in Northeast Houston, Erica Simon, ABC 13, Eyewitness News.
Boy, Erica, just amazing. I don't think we've seen hail like that very often. Thank you. Well, people needing rescues from floods all around North Harris County will get some help sent from a new emergency center. ABC 13 reporter Bree Berry is at the new Precinct 4 Constable's facility that will house big trucks, big boats, all kinds of other rescue response. Bree?
Yeah, we got to see all of those out here in the parking lot today on full display. We're in the Cypress area where we know has seen a lot of flooding, especially with Hurricane Harvey, but now it's also an area that is home to a brand new Precinct 4 substation right here behind me, fully equipped with high water rescue vehicles, equipment, and even boats ready to be deployed when needed.
Is that right? Yeah, so if they start watching the video that's on your
Holsworth Road in Spring, Precinct 4's 8th substation, costing nearly $2 million, now sits ready for business.
This will be a staging area. Actually, the boats, 2 of the boats will stay here all the time. And the 5-ton truck that we have out front will be here along with one of our Hummers. But when we get like rain events like we've had in the last couple of days, we will merge more equipment here.
Jose Alfonso has lived at his home for 18 years.
Yesterday, yeah, we lived in an hour and a half, like 6 inches in this area here in the countryside.
And the playload is actually great. I
He is
have
now
Twitch
less than a mile
that I
from the
will
substation and
export
immediate
my
help during severe weather.
footage over, and then, but I don't necessarily want those videos
the station over there,
that's like,
and
that's
I like it.
The station will not only be Precinct 4's command center in severe weather, the station is also fully staffed. The goal is that the presence of the new station will also deter crime in the area.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
So this boat that you're looking at is just one of those boats they'll be able to use if there's flooding. There's another one just identical to that housed on the other side of the building, plus Humvees, that 5-ton you saw, and they plan to make this really the hub if there's any emergency weather that we experience. So coming up at 6:30, we'll dive a little deeper into exactly how Precinct 4 plans to use this substation to protect the community and the plans they have for it. Live here at Bree Breeberry, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
All right, thank you, Bree. Now, if your power goes out during the storm or you get cut away from home during that rain, if you have the ABC 13 News app, you can watch the newscast and check on Mega Doppler radar wherever you are.
Yeah, so even if the TV goes out, you always get your phone there.
All right, a lot of stories still developing now. Everything behind the scenes we're working on.
Yeah, assignment to that editor Jason Jones is in the newsroom right now with a look at what's coming in.
Melanie, hard, busy day, busy Friday. Everybody paying attention to the Rockets tonight, an exciting Game 6 at Toyota Center downtown. We are downtown. David Nurio is inside Toyota Center. He's going to talk about the latest with the Rockets coming up. It's a must-win. Also outside Toyota Center, Nick Notario. It's a busy night downtown. The Rockets not only playing,
Like Brian said, they're putting on like a blue hat where like when you shop for it, you can like spin the hat around or whatever.
Yeah.
So I feel like shopping,
overhead right now,
sites and
getting
stuff
the
like
latest
that.
information. So back to you guys.
All right, Jason, thank you so much. It is Jason Mission. Rockets
So
at
if I wanted like, so okay,
Lollapalooza,
so could you help me make a new intro or any kind of graphic to add to my channel? Like I said, I kind of like the graphic that I have right now, like the shawncutstheh or whatever. But yeah, man,
and we hit the court at Toyota Center for a preview of this all-important Game 6. It is win or stay home for the Rockets.
Severe weather. You've seen how dangerous it can be. What you want to know is when and where storms will strike next. That's why ABC 13 has 5 full-time meteorologists with years of proven accuracy. Powerful windstorm coming to Texas with the most advanced storm tracking technology. So whether you're at home or on the go, count on us
so
to
I got
alert you first. The ABC 13 AccuWeather team, Houston's severe weather leader.
SD cards, but I can swap out.
Whether it's a new opportunity or
fill out, like,
you always know a good fit.
But battery life,
Stay cool this summer with performance suits starting at $279.
and I can that's the best
Get
camera,
free on
best
select
life.
items. Now through Sunday, shop online and in-store.
But I
Only
bought a
Men's
spare
Warehouse.
camera. I'm sorry, I bought a spare battery. And what I'm doing is I took the spare battery and I just keep that in my hand all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I keep it in there. I keep plugging on top of it. And we're on like, on the grid for a while. Yeah. But then I use the camera, the battery that bumping camera.
Papa, you're on mouse.
The battery that I bought for the camera.
There's your game.
Big as the other one.
That's right. So give us a call.
We are here for you. Saturday, May 18th, come to Cottonwood Mesa's Top of the Mountain Land Sale and get your new barn-dominium shell and 5+ acres for only $139.9. You won't find a prettier place to call home or a better location. Live within minutes of the new HEB Plus, medical facilities, dining, shopping, and historic Cottonwood. Come experience the best mountaintop views in the area and get your new barn-dominium shell and 5 acres for only $139.9. Call now at 77333-8780.
Hi, looking for a great deal? Yeah, we just got a cabin in the woods.
You must be pining for a RAV4.
We just got a boat. He just got a boat.
Well, hitch yourself to a Tundra.
Yeah, Tundra.
I got a job.
I got his stuff.
Well, you'll look like a boss in a new Corolla hatchback. It'll fit your style.
It'll fit it all.
During the summer starts here sales event, qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus a $2,000 special edition bonus on a new 2019 Tundra Special Edition.
Summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
And you said 4 against the grain is okay.
It's the Memorial Day sale at Rooms to Go. The perfect time to shop and save on the furniture you've been wanting for your home. Save on our incredible selection of living room, dining room, and bedroom sets on sale now. Plus get 60 months interest-free financing to make buying even easier. Whether you bring home the piece or the entire room, celebrate with amazing sale prices and low interest-free monthly payments for 60 months. Hurry in. The Rooms to Go Memorial Day sale is going on now.
Whether it's a new opportunity or new suit, you always know a good fit. Good on you. Stay cool this summer with performance suits starting at $279 and buy one, get one free on select items. Now through Sunday, shop online and in-store. Only at Men's Warehouse.
Well, we want to get back to that breaking news in the ship channel. You're looking at live Sky Eye pictures. This is where there was a collision between a barge and a vessel. You can see that huge gash there. This is the barge that was hit. And as Sky Eye pans over, we can also show you the ship that hit it. You can see it right there. That barge now releasing some kind of product. I think we just passed over it there.
No, it's coming here this time. Yeah, it's coming. We're going to keep going down to the left.
What we do know is that that barge is releasing some kind of byproduct. In fact, we know there was about 25,000 barrels of a gas product. That product is called reformate. It is a blend of multiple chemicals like benzene. But again, as you see there, that barge nearly cut in half when that ship rammed into it.
Yeah, and in fact, that ship has a big scrape right there in the front of it. It clearly just rammed right into that barge.
Yeah, let's trust us on this.
Yes.
Here's a live look at the Harvey Toll Road at Cross Timbers right now. We can see this is the kind of work going on at the moment right now to try to clean up that exit at Cross Timbers and get it free from all the flooding debris. We can show you right now the Lynchburg ferry is still closed due to high tide and road flooding. Eastside commuters, it's like that until further notice. Downtown, the Rangers taking on the Astros and the Golden State Warriors taking on the Rockets. Game time at 7 and then 8 o'clock respectively, so be aware. Those event locations will be very busy, but this is the kind of Friday drive that we all deserve after a very tough week. Your commute today should be, for the most part, light and easy.
That's what we like to hear. Thank you, Elisa. Well, thousands of sports fans, as you heard, heading downtown this evening, but they may run into some flooding after the Rockets and Astros game.
Yeah, Astros fans could also be dealing with this again. You see all that rain that's falling inside Minute Maid Park. No, they don't have rainmakers inside Minute Maid Park. The roof was kind of just barely open. ABC 13 reporter Nick Notario live downtown in Houston. Nick, did you get wet last night?
I got a kid.
No, thankfully I did not, but I saw a lot of people did. You know, fans are just getting here to the Toyota Center of the games, only a couple hours away from tip-off, but there's an eerie feeling to just a few years ago. Take a look. There are dark clouds hanging from above. Remember Memorial Day flood back in 2015? Well, fans who kept here was at the Toyota Center, and with more severe weather on the way, we asked what the plan is for both the Astros and the Rockets tonight. This was a scene as thousands of Astros fans got caught in the rain. Last night is a night Diana Moreno won't forget, especially when the Astros handed her protection. In the Western Conference semifinals.
I have to be here. I got to be here for Game 6.
Sachin Patel says severe weather won't stop him. He was at the Toyota Center during the Memorial Day flood.
It was tough because they made the announcement in game about staying in your seats and the severe weather. But it was so much easier because we won that night.
Eyewitness News reached out to the Astros and Rockets to see what their weather plan is for tonight. Both teams say fans should arrive early if needed. We're told both organizations would allow fans to wait inside until the severe weather passes. Fans should also come prepared. Moreno says she won't hurt us. And this time, we'll have her own trash bag. Now, if you're coming downtown, you also need to think about where you're going to park. You got to be careful when it comes to street flooding. So coming up on Eyewitness News at 6:30, we're going to tell you what streets and intersections you want to avoid because those are particularly prone to flooding.
Live in downtown, Nick Vittorio, ABC 13.
I don't know his name. He's a local artist.
With 13 Eyewitness News chief meteorologist Travis Herzog. And if you're going downtown for the Rockets game or anywhere else in Southeast Texas, the good news here is it looks like we will be basically rain-free for the next several hours. I don't see any problems before 6 a.m. at the earliest tomorrow. Here's a look at how much rain has fallen based on the Harris County Flood Control District rain gauges over the past week, and we've seen a zone of about a foot of rain from Spring eastward into Keywood, northward into New Caney, almost 15 inches of rain. Most areas inside the Beltway picking up between 6 and 9 inches of rain. Southeastern Harris County, a foot accumulation there as you get as you start approaching Webster, and then to the southwest, we've seen over a foot of rain across a large part of central Fort Bend County. One spot that has picked up a lot less is out here in northwestern Harris County, south of 290 between I-10, kind of behind the Barker and Addicts reservoirs. We've seen along the Grand Parkway there like 2 to 3 inches of rain. Point though is the ground is very saturated, and while we do not expect the explosive storms to return like we had last night, we do expect an additional 1 to 3 inches, and if they fall on some of these super saturated spots, street flooding will become increasingly likely as we go through the day on Saturday. So the flood watch continues until 7 p.m. tomorrow evening, but the rain chance again this evening is very low at 10%. We've seen a stray little shower passing through Humble. We're now crossing 59 and moving towards Bush Airport. Pull the view out, and there's really nothing in the pipeline coming our way from now, but there is a front that is stalled out in southeast Texas, and as it begins to wobble back northward overnight, it's going to allow some deeper moisture to blow back in, and then as an upper level storm crosses it tomorrow, it's going to induce an area of low pressure, a little bit of spin that's going to ramp up those rain chances. So we're at 75 degrees. It doesn't feel that bad. This time yesterday, we had a heat index around 100 before those storms developed. Galveston, you're at 75 with the northeast wind at 16 miles per hour. So our jet stream winds are still aimed at the southwest, and there will be a disturbance crossing Mexico tonight that will lift up the atmosphere again. And as that moisture rolls back in here, it leads to the possibility of flash flooding. And it's not just us. It extends all the way back towards Austin, San Antonio, down Corpus Christi, Victoria, and then off into the east, much of Louisiana included in this flash flood range as well, because they too have had a lot of rain over the past several days. But again, it should be fairly quiet this evening as we head into the overnight hours. Still fairly quiet until we get closer to sunrise tomorrow. 6 a.m. the rain starts to build in from the Gulf of Mexico. These showers and storms blossom as we head in towards lunchtime, and then through the afternoon we'll have rain off and on. We're looking at the highest accumulations south and east of Houston with 1 to 3 inches most likely. There could be a few isolated spots that pick up over 5 inches, but that'll be the extreme. Then by Mother's Day, it's looking pretty good. So a 90% chance of rain coming our way for tomorrow. Mother's Day, 81 degrees, and it's going to be really pleasant on Monday morning with a low temperature of 59. Next round of storms doesn't get here until Tuesday, Wednesday of next week.
Now I'm able
very good.
to.
I love that. I love under
now
the sun,
I'm able
drive
to
them up.
be more.
Yeah, that is
She's earned it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we want to take another look at that breaking news in the ship channel. Now we are seeing the ship, a collision between the ship and a barge. You can see the scrape marks there on the side.
We nearly cut that barge in half. Yeah, we'll be back in a moment. We have a crew on the way over there.
Another angle to try to take. So, I was just thinking about doing.
When things get ugly, call the We Buy Ugly Houses people. We can give you an all-cash offer. You can close quickly. Go to WeBuyUglyHouses.com or call 800-44-BUYER.
If you have plumbing problems or a clogged drain causing big trouble, call ARS Rescue Order today, 777-7777, and your plumbing service call is absolutely free. Plus, right now, drain cleaning service is just $69, backed by our 1-year clear drain guarantee. The plumbing pros at ARS are on the case 24/7. Call Houston's #1 home services company. ARS makes everything A-OK. 777-7777.
8,000 stores are closing. All that furniture is coming. Only 3 days to empty out the dump. So buy any $1,000 beauty rests, $299 in any size. Went to King. $600 recliners, $199. $2,000 leather reclines to $699. With power, $799. Another 50% off Louis Philippe bedrooms, $799. Free delivery, 4 years no interest. Extra 50 to 80% off.
Yeah, so it's like I'm not gonna work and do all that stuff if you're not going to hire me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I got to wait and see. But if, you know, more people are like, you know, and maybe I'll do one and see like what the response is. Like, if I get a lot of views or shares or whatever the case is, then yeah, I'll be open to that. Because ultimately, all I want to do is just take a long form, which I'm already doing, but I just set a time lapse and I just have to like the video and say, okay, that's my job. This is the way, you know, like break it down section by section. I just don't want to dedicate that kind of time.
When things get ugly, call the We Buy Ugly Houses people. We can give you an all-cash offer. We can close quickly. Go to WeBuyUglyHouses.com or call 800-44-BUYER.
All Payless stores are closing. Take up to 75% off Payless.
Now, see, one of the things too is like,
all right,
this
breaking
is
news. Let's get
more,
back to that motor accident down Armstrong and Sky.
This is more or less marketing.
Yes, all right, this is the Genesis River. This is apparently the vessel that ran into the side of the barge out here just off of Farmers Cut in the Houston Ship Channel. I want to show you the feet gash that's in the side of this barge. We understand it was carrying 25,000 barrels. We don't know how much has spilled into the ship channel. We're working to get that information, but it's certainly going to be an environmental problem. Reporting live from Sky, Don Armstrong, ABC 13, Eyewitness News.
Thanks, Don. Well, Travis has one more update on the Flash Flood Watch when we come back.
Whether you were born here or got here as fast as you could, Texas will capture your heart. Now through June 4th, buy 2 charms, get a charm necklace or bracelet free, up to a $72 value. James Avery, Artisan Jewelry.
Spring Fling is on at Star Furniture and Mattresses. Save 15 to 25% on sofas, bedrooms, dining, and rugs. Plus, get a free gift with purchase. Plus, a $100 gift certificate on now at Star.
How do you top the best treats and eats in Texas? Come into DQ and pile it on. Order up a juicy DQ burger and make it yours with all your favorite add-ons. Whether you like it spicy or crispy or cheesy. Want to top that? Treat yourself with our new Brownie Dough Blizzard of the Month. When you're hungry for the best treats and eats in Texas, nobody tops DQ. That's what I like about Texas.
Don't wait. Now is the time to move up. Move up to next-gen connectivity. Move up to advanced safety. Move up to something a little more, well, Cadillac. An XT5, XT4, and the Escalade. Get this low mileage lease on this 2019 Cadillac XT5 from around $369 per month. Visit your Houston area Cadillac dealer today.
Come see what's new at Star Furniture and Mattresses. The best selection, quality, price, and service. Star has. Visit our showroom to see the biggest assortment in Texas. The furniture you want today. Star has.
Help Mom capture her memories with charms and keep them close to her heart. Now through June 4th, buy 2 charms, get a charm necklace or bracelet free, up to a $72 value. James Avery, Artisan Jewelry.
Which is fine by me, but like I said,
before we go, we want to head back out to the ship channel and show you this barge. We didn't get a really clear shot of how it was almost cut right in half. It was hit by a vessel about a half hour ago. That barge is now releasing some sort of product into the water. You can even see the dark water around the barge. And some seafood residents are reporting the smell of petroleum, but city officials are not sure whether or not it has to do with this collision. We do have a crew on the way. We will keep you updated.
All right, meantime, we have meteorologists all over tonight's possible storm.
It's going to be fine, I think, through this evening. After midnight is okay until probably close to 6 o'clock in the morning. So most of your evening overnight plans are going to be just fine. The radar sweep right now is going to be very quiet. There's been a few tiny showers in northeastern Harris County approaching Elmwood Bush Airport, and rain chances stay pretty low until we get to about 6 o'clock in the morning. Got you down for a 40% chance of scattered thunderstorms at that time. And once those begin to fire, they will build through the morning into the early afternoon. So it still looks pretty sloppy for most of us on Saturday.
But hopefully Mother's Day will be great.
Looking good.
Awesome. We like it. All right, close the picture now. That barge. Harris likes the map. See you at 6.
I might honestly be barking on the wrong tree.
It's the Suit Black Prom Tuxedo Blowout Sale. Complete tuxedo packages starting at $139.99, and you own it. That's the Tux, vest, tie, shirt, and a pair of shoes, all for $139.99. Shop today in any of our locations.
The dangers of asbestos exposure cannot be ignored. If you're 55 or older and work in asbestos in a factory, oil field, shipyard, or any job you believe exposed you, financial compensation may be available. Over $30 billion have been put aside for victims. Call right now. Schedule your free asbestos health test to see if you qualify for cash. 855-579-5299. That's 1-855-579-5299.
The Friends to Go Kids and Teens Memorial Day sale is on. Hurry in to make the most of your child's bedroom for less. With interest-free financing for 60 months on furniture starting at $5.99. Get great kids furniture on sale now. By the piece or by the room. Options that are fun and functional, like bunk beds, sleigh beds, cuddle beds, and more. Celebrate with amazing sale prices and low interest monthly payments for 60 months. Shop the Friends to Go Kids and Teens Memorial Day sale going on now.
Dr. Schroeder created your cold probiotic drink over 80 years ago. Wow, there are so many choices.
Which ones are probiotics?
Which ones are non-packed?
How about the product with Lactobacillus casei shirota? Your cold contains the probiotic strain Lactobacillus casei shirota. Enjoy your cold with your family.
Shop Suit Black's biggest sale of the year. Buy one suit, get two suits free. Plus two dress shirts free. Plus two ties free. Plus two
whenever you log in,
absolutely free. All new Suit Black. That's 3 suits plus 4 and absolutely free. Shop
So she was telling me that it will show me who watched the video,
free.
and I can't find a way to
Breaking
see
news, a significant collision has shut down that ship channel. Now there are concerns about what could be leaking out of this barge right here, even as we speak. And new bombshell developments into the disappearance of Melina Davis in 30 minutes.
Tonight, breaking news as we come on the air. A major shipping channel shut down after a collision involving a barge. Fears tonight of a chemical spill in the severe weather zone. 30 million Americans in the path. Heavy rains, high winds, dangerous hail. Drivers stranded as flash floods strike. Dramatic high water rescues and wars on the way this Mother's Day weekend. Also breaking tonight, the showdown over the president's tax returns. Who was just subpoenaed and what Democrats are demanding. The superpower trade war. New tariffs slapped on Chinese goods after the White House failed to strike a deal with China. China vowed to retaliate. We break down what this trade war could mean for you and your wallet. The American Minister overseas. A deadly mission. Tourists on safari involved. 2 French commandos killed. What we just learned. The chilling allegation as the search continues for a missing Houston 4-year-old. The child's mother breaking down and the new surveillance out tonight. Plus, there's just a shooting in Southern California during a high-speed police pursuit for a dramatic end on a major highway as authorities closed in. And
What's his name?
a climber with
You know what I'm
ropes attached,
What's his name?
plunging 60 feet, critically injured. His GoPro recorded the whole time how he survived.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
And good evening. It's great to have you with us on a busy Friday night. I'm Tom Yamas in for David. And we begin tonight with severe storms and dangerous flooding as we head into the weekend. And breaking news coming out of Houston right now. These images coming in of a barge collision in the port of Houston, shutting down a major shipping channel. One vessel sinking late today. The Coast Guard trying to secure the other, and fears of a possible chemical spill. All of this as powerful thunderstorms and flash flooding enter from Texas to the Carolinas. First responders receiving calls for help from trapped divers. And customers huddling at a gas station to escape heavy downpours and fierce winds. 40 million people now bracing for extreme weather. The system making its way east through Mother's Day. ABC's Maggie Rulli is in Houston to lead us off.
Tonight, the powerful thunderstorms drenching the nation's 4th largest city. In Houston, wind-driven hail up to baseball-sized, shredding the siding off of homes, shattering windows, and knocking holes into windshields.
Like I'm old, and I've never seen hail like that before.
More than 6 inches of rain inundating streets and stranding scores of drivers. First responders racing to save a person trapped inside that overturned vehicle submerged in a flooded ditch. Manholes turning into geysers. More than 800 lightning strikes in 24 hours. Authorities are investigating whether lightning is to blame for this massive fire outside Houston. The home now a total loss. Winds gusting above 60 miles per hour across the region. The trash cans blowing away at this gas station. And this video from Baton Rouge showing the danger of driving into standing water. In a matter of moments, this breeze started to float, bobbing up and down. Nearby workers rescuing the woman inside.
And Maggie really joins us now live tonight from Houston. And Maggie, I want to get to that breaking news we mentioned at the top of the broadcast. A crash between a barge and another vessel that has shut down the Houston shipping channel. And now there's worry of a chemical leak, and we can see a giant gash in the middle of the barge.
Yeah, Tom, exactly. These details are just coming in. Right now, we know that at least one of the vessels has sunk. Another one is actually carrying around 25,000 barrels of a chemical on board. Now, Tom, right now, we do not know if that is leaking into the ocean or not. That is, of course, a major concern. We know at least one fireboat has responded to the scene, but, Tom, right now, there are no reports of any injuries. And again, Tom, this is all on top of that severe weather threat that's in the area right now. It already has people on high alert. And we're expecting more rain into the weekend. Could be a long one ahead, Tom.
Yeah, no doubt the weather's going to affect that rescue and cleanup mission. All right, Maggie, thank you. Let's get right over to ABC senior meteorologist Rob Marciano with the forecast. Rob, good evening.
Good evening, Tom. This entire system is going to be moving east, but at least one more wave of rain coming for Houston. Let's look at the radar. We've got 4 states that are in flood watches. A little bit of rain across North Texas, but at least for now, a nice dry spot across South Texas. That's not going to last long. We've got another wave coming during the day tomorrow, tapping the Gulf of Mexico with some more moisture, heavy rain there. And then during the day on Sunday, we're looking for severe weather across Georgia and the Carolinas. And here in the Northeast, a very wet Mother's Day. Tom?
All right, Rob, we'll stay tracking that weather through the weekend. Thank you. We turn to another major story tonight. Overseas, the deadly mission to save 4 hostages in West Africa. An American among the prisoners. 2 French Special Force soldiers killed in the rescue operation. Here's ABC Senior 4 correspondent Ian Pannell.
20 French commandos overnight in a daring rescue operation, freeing an American hostage and 3 others, including these French tourists who went missing last week with their guide in Penjari National Park in the African country of Benin. The guide later found dead. American intelligence helped locate the French tourists, and only when they were rescued was it discovered that 2 other hostages were with them, an American and a Korean woman, kidnapped separately almost a month ago. The French Minister of Armed Forces said today the United States and South Korea weren't necessarily aware of their presence. 2 French commandos were killed in the rescue. This incident follows the recent abduction of another American from Eastern Africa, Khalees Suwendikov, taken at gunpoint in Uganda. The captain demanded $8 million.
I bought another one, so could you show me the phone? Would it be the same? All right.
Ian Pannell with some details tonight. Ian, thank you. Back here at home with breaking developments in Washington. Yesterday, a Trump has done after she was killed President Donald Trump's tax returns dating back 6 years. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin and the IRS Commissioner told to deliver the documents by next Friday. This as President starts escalating the story.
I like how you stretched out your head down like you're trying to like
The president announced today's talks between the U.S. and China that the Chinese are going to leave the White House empty-handed tonight. No meeting with the president in around 2. So today, Trump opened up a new front on the trade war. There's been 25% tariffs, essentially a tax on goods coming from China. I happen to think the tariffs for countries
And Trump tariffs impact nearly 6,000 Chinese products, from food items like frozen fish to consumer goods like makeup and baseball gloves to electronics, televisions, and computer monitors. Bob Orgel says 50% of what he sells in his family hardware store comes from China. The tariffs mean his costs go up, and he'll have to raise prices for consumers.
It hurts them. They're the ones that pay more. I pay more. What are you charging here?
We're leaving the beer line?
They have to pay
Oh,
more.
okay, you got it. Well, what do you think? I haven't
$767 per year. But the president is eager to take on what previous presidents have called China's unfair trade practices.
As president of our country, we have to do something about it.
China already vowing to retaliate with tariffs of its own. And in Maine, Stephanie Nadeau's lobster business is already suffering. China's a major purchaser of Maine's most famous export.
This winter compared to last winter, our business is down 60%, and that 60% is basically made up 100% of Chinese exports that we do. You don't just find another market for 80 million pounds of lobsters.
And Terry Moran joins us now live from the White House. And Terry, President Trump says he may or may not remove those tariffs depending on negotiations. But in the meantime, there's news tonight about the president's tax returns. The chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee now issuing a subpoena.
That's right. This is a new tactic in the battle over Trump tax returns, Tom. And the chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee, a Democrat, is issuing a subpoena to the Treasury Secretary and the Commissioner of the IRS demanding those tax returns. This is different from the request made on the basis of that old 1924 law that happened a couple of months ago. The bottom line, this fight is going to court, where the power of the Congress to hold the executive accountable under its oversight powers, that will be tested by a conservative Supreme Court. Tom?
Terry Moran for us tonight. Terry, thank you. Now to the bombshell allegations in the case of that missing 4-year-old girl in Houston. A spokesperson for the mother of Malia Davis making graphic abuse claims against her stepfather. Police who first interviewed him say he kept changing his story about what happened, and now new surveillance images just out. Here's ABC's Ariel Reshef.
Tonight, a spokesman for the mother of missing 4-year-old Malia Davis making chilling new allegations, claiming Malia's stepfather was physically abusive toward the child.
We need the truth about what happened to young Malia to come out.
Sources say this image from a surveillance camera shows Malia's stepfather, Darion Fence, leaving home on Friday with a laundry basket carrying a plastic bag. And they say the next night he's seen walking into a hospital after he claims he woke up on the side of the road and Malia was gone. Vence told police he was driving Malia and her baby brother to pick up their mother at the airport when 3 men pulled up in a blue pickup truck.
One of them makes a comment saying that Malia looks very nice, looks very sweet.
Vence claiming he was beaten, but officers say his story changed several times. His car found abandoned just yesterday. Malia was removed from the home after a head injury last summer, but returned in February. Child Services says the family was being monitored. Today, Malia's mother pressed on why she is only now sharing these allegations.
This mother has suffered a lot of abuse.
Police have not commented on those allegations.
When they build
against time she requires constant medical care after multiple brain surgeries for that head injury. Tom.
Missing for days now. All right, Ariel, thank you. Now to a major political headline tonight. President Trump's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, that could help the president's re-election. He wants Ukraine to provide information that could hurt Vice President Joe Biden. Here's ABC's Mary Bruce.
Tonight, in a bizarre move, Rudy Giuliani, the president's personal lawyer, says he's seeking help from Ukraine to politically hurt Joe Biden, Trump's top 2020 rival.
I guarantee you, Joe Biden will not get to Election Day without this being investigated.
As first reported by the New York Times, Giuliani says he'll travel to Ukraine and ask its government to dig up information about actions Biden may have taken as vice president, and is urging Ukraine to look into the origins of the special counsel's Russia investigation. Giuliani says that information will be very, very helpful to my client and may turn out to be helpful to my government. But he insists we're not meddling in an election or meddling in an investigation, which we have a right to do. But Democrats are furious.
Here you have the president's lawyer seeking help from a foreign government, again, to influence an American presidential election. I mean, it's just appalling.
Giuliani has defended the Trump campaign's willingness in 2016 to accept help from the Russians.
There's nothing wrong with taking information from Russians.
Now, Giuliani says there's nothing illegal about seeking help from Ukraine, but admits somebody could say it's improper. Asked if the president is aware, Giuliani told The Times he basically knows what I'm doing, sure, as his lawyer.
All right, Mary Bruce joins us now from Washington. Mary, on that last point in your story, again, Rudy Giuliani says President Trump knows what he's doing in Ukraine.
Yes, but Tom, tonight the Trump campaign is distancing itself from all of this. They say they are not affiliated at all with these Ukrainian investigations, and that Rudy Giuliani is a private citizen. But Tom, he is also, of course, the president's personal lawyer. Now, as for Biden's campaign, tonight they are not commenting. Tom.
Mary Bruce for us. Mary, thank you. Next tonight, the headline causing outrage nationwide. A second-grade teacher battling breast cancer in San Francisco forced to pay for her own substitute. Many parents stunned to learn it's been happening for decades. Here's ABC's Adrian Banker.
A popular second-grade teacher battling breast cancer in San Francisco tonight is being forced to pay for her own substitute.
She's wonderful. She's a beautiful, lovely, great teacher. She's one of the best teachers, so it's terrible.
California's collective bargaining agreement between school districts and the teachers union allows 10 paid sick days a year. After that, teachers may qualify for 100 days of paid medical leave minus the cost of a substitute.
We'd love to change it, but we're working in a public school system that's basically on starvation resources since the 70s.
Parents at Glen Park Elementary are now taking action. They've set up a GoFundMe page in the teacher's honor, raising $13,000.
Teachers all over the place are dealing with this, and so this, we want to make sure that we're spreading the message that we need to change the law.
Tom, this beloved teacher has been in school for about 17 years. She's expected to be out on medical leave through the end of the year. Tom.
Adrian, thank you. Next tonight, Uber's rough ride on Wall Street. The rideshare company with a disappointing debut in the stock market today. The stock falling more than 7% in its first day of trading. The company now valued at about $76 billion. Customers are worrying Uber may raise prices for rides to satisfy investors. And there's so much more ahead of Morgan tonight this Friday. The gas station blast. At least 4 people injured in the massive explosion. The building obliterated. Investigators now on the scene. Plus the frightening free fall, a climber 60 feet up with no ropes attached. When he slips, his GoPro rolling the whole time. How he survived. And the breaking headline in Southern California, a shootout at a busy intersection after a police chase involving a possible murder suspect. Stay with us.
If you have moderate to severe psoriasis or psoriatic arthritis, little things can be a big deal. That's why there's Otezla. Otezla is not an injection or a cream. It's a pill that treats differently. For psoriasis, 75% clearer skin is achievable with reduced redness, thickness, and scaliness of plaques. For psoriatic arthritis, Otezla is proven to reduce joint swelling, tenderness, and pain. And the Otezla prescribing information has no requirement for routine lab monitoring. Don't use if you're allergic to Otezla. It may cause severe diarrhea, nausea, or vomiting. Otezla is associated with an increased risk of depression. Tell your doctor if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts, or if these feelings develop. Some people taking Otezla reported weight loss. Your doctor should monitor your weight and may stop treatment. Upper respiratory tract infection and headache may occur. Tell your doctor about your medicines and if you're pregnant or planning to be. Ready to treat differently with a pill? Otezla. Show more of you.
Don't tell your mother.
Dad, it's fine.
Allstate. And with claim rate guard, they won't raise your rates just because of a claim. That's why you're my favorite. I know. Are you in good hands?
I've had muscle cramps for as long as I can remember. But now that I'm using TheraWorks Relief, they have stopped. This is the only thing in my entire life that has actually worked.
Get TheraWorks Relief today. Available in stores everywhere.
Guys, what's the matter?
I heard there were fleas out here.
And the ticks. And mosquitoes.
Listen up, scaredy cats. We all have K9 Advantage 2 to protect us. It kills and repels fleas, ticks, and mosquitoes, too.
You wouldn't accept an incomplete job from anyone else. Why accept it from your allergy pills? Flonase Sensimist relieves all your worst symptoms, including nasal congestion, which most pills don't. And all from a gentle mist you can barely feel. Flonase Sensimist.
Back now with a terrifying fall caught on camera. A free climber in Colorado slipping
his GoPro rolling the whole time. Tonight, how he survived. Here's Clayton Sandell.
Climbing, jumping, and enjoying the view from the Flatiron Mountains near Boulder, Colorado. Kyle Walker says he'd done this dozens of times, and on this day, he's free climbing, no ropes. But then Walker tells the Boulder Daily Camera newspaper his foot slips. The camera strapped to his chest, capturing his 60-foot tumble in April down the rock face to a painful landing. Then moaning even out of consciousness. Walker tells the paper he broke both wrists and his pelvis.
That's up, Mo.
He busted ribs in a fractured lung, but was alive. He was discovered by a hiker about an hour later and finally rescued.
Walker tells the paper he healed remarkably quickly and is already out of the hospital. Tom, incredible he survived that. All right, Clayton, thank you. And when we come back, remembering a TV legend and the animals he brought into our homes. Also, that busy intersection. On ice, the moment caught on camera. One of the world's most
there was this kid in my neighborhood.
Big stuff. We'll be right back.
There was this kid in my neighborhood. He was raised by his grandma, and we was playing football in the streets. He got hit one time so hard, he just started screaming "Daddy" out the blue. Everybody was like, "You even got no daddy."
This is a good one.
Flooded the house.
Oh! Glass shattered everywhere. Some projects you can tackle, other ones you can't. Everyone looks at us like we're the experts, but even with all that experience, we know what it's like for older pros like ADT. Something to focus on security, life safety, and
Hey man,
you have to
that's not right. He do though. He do though. Don't move. Get the back of that. He do though.
Relentless first. Relentless about learning the first song we ever danced to.
You know they're supposed to be here Monday.
To put others first. About helping her raise her first child. And when I was first diagnosed, my choice was Everyday Verzenio. It's the only one of its kind that can be taken every day. It gives us more time without cancer progressing. Verzenio is the only CDK4 and 6 inhibitor approved with hormonal therapy that can be taken every day for postmenopausal women with HR positive, HER2 negative MBC. Diarrhea is common, may be severe, or cause dehydration or infection. Before taking Verzenio, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection. Verzenio may cause low white blood cell counts, which may cause serious infection that can lead to death. Serious liver problems can occur. Symptoms include tiredness, appetite loss, stomach pain, and bleeding or bruising. Blood clots that can lead to death have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have pain or swelling in your arms or legs, shortness of breath, chest pain, rapid breathing or heart rate, or if you are pregnant, nursing, or plan to be pregnant. Common side effects include nausea, infections, low blood cells and platelets, decreased appetite, headache, abdominal pain, tiredness, vomiting, and hair thinning or loss. My relentless reason? It's them. My choice with my doctor? It's Verzenio. Ask your doctor if Everyday Verzenio is right for your first treatment.
Obese factory formats? They're just as good as WeatherTech. Just as good as WeatherTech. They're just as good as WeatherTech.
So
just as good. Just as good as WeatherTech. Just as good.
Are these factory floor mats just as good as WeatherTech?
Yeah. No.
Nothing comes even close to laser-measured WeatherTech floor liners. They offer the ultimate protection front, back, and even up the sides. For a full line of premium automotive accessories, order at WeatherTech.com. Too many people in pain settle for a restless night's sleep. There's a better choice. Aleve PM, the only one to combine sleep pain and the 12-hour pain-relieving strength of Aleve that dares to last into the morning, so you feel refreshed. Aleve PM, there's a better choice.
I'll probably call you Monday.
Time out for our index in a dramatic shootout at a busy Southern California intersection. Authorities late today pursuing a possible murder suspect in that black Toyota Prius. When the chase ended, gunfire exchanged, officers seen firing several rounds. A woman driver taken into custody. A passenger wounded inside the car. We'll continue to monitor developments there. In Virginia, at least 4 people injured in a gas station explosion. The blast in Buena Vista igniting late this morning. You can see the photos there, the pictures. State police investigators are on the scene right now. Authorities trying to account for everyone. They say the explosion does not appear suspicious, but they are still searching for the cause. And Russian President Vladimir Putin hitting the ice, literally. Here's the video from Sochi today. Putin tripping on a rug. Ouch. On the And he brought exotic animals into our homes for decades. Jim Fowler, naturalist and the longtime TV host of Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, has died at home in Connecticut. Fowler became famous for his on-screen animal encounters. He appeared on The Tonight Show almost 50 times, almost always with an unusual creature on his arm. Jim Fowler was 89. And when we come back, the college softball star, she thought she had seen it all. Home runs and amazing plays, but at her last home game, what a surprise. Stay with us.
ABC World News Tonight with David Muir, sponsored by non-drowsy 24-hour Claritin. Live Claritin Clear. Feel the clarity of non-drowsy Claritin and relief from symptoms caused by over 200 indoor and outdoor allergens, like those from Buddy, because stuffed animals are clearly no substitute for real ones. Feel the clarity and live Claritin Clear.
We're in the hands of the people. Hands that aren't afraid of hard work. Hands that love. And hands that do what they love. Maxwell House. Good to the last drop.
Humira patients,
What up?
you
What up?
inspire us. The way you triumph over adversity and live your lives. That's why we redesigned Humira. We wanted to make the experience better for you. Now there's less pain immediately following injection. We've reduced the size of the needle and removed the citrate buffers. And it has the same effectiveness you know and trust. Humira citrate-free is here. A little change can make a big difference.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections. Serious and sometimes fatal infections, including tuberculosis and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Ask your doctor about Humira citrate-free. Here's to you.
With trusted protection for all-out confidence, Depend silhouette briefs feature maximum absorbency, beautiful colors, and an improved fit for a sleek design and personal style. Life's better when you're in it. Be there with Depend.
Are you Shelly? Are you sure? Will you come on here?
We could surprise you next with $25,000 a month for life. It's your last chance to win. Enter at PCH.com and June 30th, win for life.
Yes, I'm doing it all.
You want a ball for
The exercise, the flavor. Month after month, and I still had belly pain and recurring constipation. So I asked my doctor what else I could do, and I said yes to Linzess.
Linzess treats adults with IBS with constipation or chronic constipation. Linzess is not a laxative. It works differently. It helps relieve belly pain and lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements. Do not give Linzess to children less than 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to less than 18. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling.
I'm still doing it all. The water, the exercise, the fiber. And I said yes to Linzess for help with belly pain and recurring constipation. Ask your doctor.
While the Houston firefighters were helping people during last night's storms, their first Prop B paychecks were depositing into their bank accounts. We'll tell you why some firefighters say those checks fall short on Eyewitness News at 6.
This was your view. These guys appreciate it.
Finally tonight, America Strong, the college softball star, and the one thing she wanted for her last at-bat. That senior Keandra Hayter, and plays like this are why she starts for the Texas Longhorns. Also a threat at the plate, here making a bunt, swinging away. A team leader, she's given the University of Texas her all. And before her last home game, she had one wish, a big one. Posting on Twitter, I just wish my brother could watch me at least one time before I graduate. Her brother is Army Sergeant Lakendra Hayter, serving our country overseas in Japan, never getting to see her play for the Longhorns. So on the last home game of the season, is a senior from Nacogdoches, Texas, number 10, Keandra Hyder. Her family and team organized this. We have a special video message from her mother with the Jumbotron, a message to tonight's game, and I'll see you very soon. But the surprise didn't end there. Ladies and gentlemen, join us in welcoming home Army Sergeant Lakira Hyder. Her brother emerging from the dugout, Keandra, collapsed. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time in 3 years. Keandra describing the moment.
For him to just pop up out of nowhere, it was a blessing because I finally had my whole family in one place. My family just felt complete at that moment.
For all the amazing catches and big hits, it was a play she never saw coming, and she liked it. We'll never forget. The Longhorns winning that last home game. We thank the Hayter family for their service and for sharing that wonderful story. We thank you for watching. I'm Tom Yamas. I'll see you right back here tomorrow for Dana and all of us here. Good night.
ABC's Global News 10 awarding the most watched newscast in America, now honored with the Edward R. Murrow Award for Best Newscast. And we thank you. She runs with different.
I cannot believe they're doing this to me.
What will happen after the new testing of crucial crimes and events to the 2020 event special tonight on ABC. The 13 after 13, Houston's severe weather leader. ABC 13, Eyewitness News at 6. Now, breaking the emergency.
Three major stories breaking now at 6. Cleanup continues for severe storms as we can for another round of rain set to roll through cities tomorrow.
Just the day after a major break in the search for Malia Davis, bombshell allegations of abuse against the last person to see Malia.
And breaking news, the Houston Ship Channel shutting down tonight after a collision in the water.
And Sky found a huge gash right in the middle of
If I get 2 cuts a day, bro, that ain't gonna work.
that impact. You can see it was nearly sliced in half. We are still working to figure out what happened here, but we can tell you the barge was carrying petroleum products.
And this all happened just south of Bayport, and traffic in both directions of the
If
Ship
traffic
Channel
was like,
stopped.
if traffic was like this,
Investigate. We want to go straight to ABC 13's Jessica Willie. And Jessica, what is the latest there?
Yes, vessels are starting to back up in the ship channel behind me. We're at Golden Acres Park, just in Pasadena at the end of El Jardín Road. You really can't see the vessels involved in this collision back there.
yeah,
But when we take a look at Sky, you
you're
can see
telling
it
me
there. You
that
can see
the
that
only
one of
change
the
is
vessels
the
that
amount of
barge
each
has
cut
a
and
huge
blueprint,
gash,
then
and
I'm going
another,
for.
we're told,
But if
on
the traffic goes down as a result of paying more money for
we're not sure
us,
what led to this collision, but we
you
understand,
said what?
according to the Port of Houston, that each barge was
But
carrying
I mean, obviously this is just a
25,000
hypothetical.
barrels of refined
So hypothetically
gas
speaking,
products.
is every barber,
Category 1
huh?
flammable and toxic.
No, well, right, but what I'm saying is, every barber goes to that price? Hell yeah, then absolutely, absolutely. But if you just say, you say what?
Smell gas in the air where we are. We don't smell it. We do know that the fire
Well, right,
department
but if he's saying that just at this shop, and others are still charging 20, and we charging 75 and 70, then I'm not doing it because ain't nobody coming here to pay that. That's what I'm saying. But hypothetically, if everything changes, then yeah, that still works out because you're paying 3 times as much for a cut. Most people don't come here twice a week or twice a month. I mean, I bet you got a small percentage of your clientele that comes every other week. I got about 5 people that come every week. Everybody else come once a month.
To come out, we're going to make sure our area is safe.
Okay. All right, appreciate it, Mayor. Thank you so much. Yeah, so there is an emergency response out here. We understand from the Port of Houston that they have a fireboat on the water as well, responding to this collision. Woo! And we've heard from some people along near Clear Lake, along the Gulf Freeway, that they can smell gas product. But again, where we are, not too far away from this collision, we can't smell anything right now. We're going to stay on here trying to gather more information for you and get you the latest as we get it. Clear Lake and Pasadena. Jessica Willie, ABC 13, Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Jessica. This collision is not far from Seabrook and FEMA. that explosive zone. Our pilot estimates this is just a mile out in the water from Seabrook. The Seabrook Fire Department says they have received several complaints of petroleum scents in the air, and that is something that Jessica Willie just spoke of as well. We have some more breaking news for you as well tonight. Some bombshell allegations in the case of missing Malia Davis.
Yeah, only hours ago, the mother accused her former fiance of abuse and claimed to have surveillance video of Darian Vance carrying items, including bleach from the family's apartment.
ABC 13's Maya Shea has more on this bombshell, including details of 2 new surveillance photos showing Vince before and after Malia's disappearance. And Maya, what is the latest?
Well, we know that the mother had just finished talking with Houston police less than an hour ago. She left her apartment, which is downstairs, a few hours after talking to us about these bombshell allegations, the chief of which involves surveillance video captured on a neighbor surveillance camera. You see that right there? We have obtained exclusive images. Look at this surveillance image. It allegedly shows Darian Vance leaving his apartment with a laundry basket and a bag. It was taken from his neighbor's camera days before Malia Davis was reported missing. Sources tell Eyewitness News it is a crucial part of the ongoing investigation. And today, Malia's mom sobbed as community activist Quanell X detailed how she and her then fiance exchanged words before she left Houston on April 30th.
On the day that Brittany left to go to be with her sick father, her dying father, to be with family, there was a huge fight between her and him.
Quanell X says the laundry basket video was taken after that date, but before this image of Vince going into a hospital with his son to report the alleged assault and kidnapping that started the entire search for little Malia.
But we need Mom to do the right thing and do everything she knows. And we need the truth about what happened to you.
Mom Brittany Bowens is now speaking with police again, and there is more. Just yesterday, the family's car, a Nissan Altima, was found at this strip center in Missouri City with no signs of the little girl. Taken all together, the entire saga from April 30th until now leaves the community with many questions.
It's just so weird. It's super weird.
Yeah, I have to tell you that I've gotten so many messages on social media. And
Yeah. Well, you say, are you still good for today, right?
Exactly what is going on.
Yeah.
What we do know is that the police do have those surveillance
All right.
images, and the investigation is ongoing.
Thank you, son.
And of course, we are hoping for some answers soon. Live in Southwest Houston, Maya Shea, ABC 13.
It is such a troubling case. Thank you, Maya. Now, Malia Davis's mother, by the way, at first defended the man she now calls her former fiancé. Now she says she believes that he was molesting her 4-year-old daughter and was physically abusive to her as well. All of this coming as a shock to Texas Equine Search founder Tim Miller. The group has been part of the effort to find Malia. In the case of missing persons, every minute counts, and Miller believes this has cost him valuable time.
Well, this doesn't have anything to do with your relationship. It doesn't have anything to do with anything except your child. And why didn't you come forward with this information immediately? It definitely might jeopardize the investigation in this case.
Police saying the same thing. Miller, by the way, says Equisearch is working with the law enforcement to still try and find that missing child. His concern is now that this information is made public, the ex-fiancé Darian Vance may go into hiding, which makes finding Malia, of course, much more difficult. Now, we are constantly updating our timeline of this case. So many changes and developments in this case. For more updates and to take a deeper dive into everything that we have been talking about this past week, you can head to abc13.com or open the ABC 13 News app.
More rain is on the way after last night's severe storms pelted neighborhoods with hail and dumped even more rain on already swollen rivers and bayous. New forecast information is coming into our weather Weather Center. We want to go to meteorologist Travis Herzog to find out the latest. Travis?
Get a little bit of good news for your evening and overnight plans. It looks like the radar will stay fairly quiet around here. This is what's left of the thunderstorm complex that rocked us last night. It continues moving out into the Gulf of Mexico and has momentarily stabilized the atmosphere overhead. So we've seen a tiny little shower pop up from time to time this afternoon, but it does look like it'll be fairly rain-free for the next several hours. A front is stalled out here in southeast Texas, generally draped on our coastal counties. That's going to be drifting back inland overnight, and then it will get activated tomorrow morning, leading to additional showers and thunderstorms. But this evening, it's a go. If you're going to the Astros or the Rockets game or anything outside, we have only a 10% chance of rain between now and 10 o'clock this evening. But tomorrow, the rain chance climbs back up to 90% for the areas highlighted in yellow, but it will taper off the farther northwest and go from Houston. In fact, our northwestern counties have been dropped out of the flash flood watch, which is in effect for everyone else, until 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. In terms of how much rain falls, well, this is a look at projected rainfall accumulations by one of our computer models. It shows a solid 1 inch over much of southeast Texas, but I think 1 to 3 inches where most of us land, and there could be spots I'll show you future rain.
Strip sandwich. You asked for it and it's back. We got 3 chicken strips, 2 slices of curry jack cheese, topped with Butterburger's own buffalo sauce, a little bit of buttermilk ranch. The combination is just...
You out here, bro?
It's crunchy, it's spicy, and
You out here?
your mouth is exploding with flavor. It just all works together, and then you add the cheese in there.
It kind of makes me honestly. I can see myself eating this every time I come here.
The buffalo ranch chicken strip sandwich. That's back, and it's only for a limited time.
Ready for summer? Nissan is. You can't miss out during the Summer of SUV sales event. All you need is a great camera, the right tunes, and a change of scenery. Save on it all at Nissan's Summer of SUV sales event. Now, save up to $3,000 or get a low $199 per month lease on the 2019 Nissan Rogue.
Take action. Badly injured by a dangerous driver? Don't let the greedy insurance company play games. Don't let them burn you out. Don't forbid low pay, slow pay, or no pay. I'd like to medical bills, paychecks, and pain suffering. I'm still after the Texas Hammer, and I'm still after the Texas Hammer. Don't you take it, set it down.
No one would just hand you money.
Yeah, what the law says is yours. Hold out. 713-777-4000. I'm waiting.
We got a game, y'all. It's Empire Family 96. Thompson Family.
Give me that music, brother. All right, now. Get money together, man.
Point values of double, top 6 answers on the board. A person might explode with what?
Anger.
Anger. That's that cheerleader stuff. All right, Trinette. A person might explode with what?
Happiness.
A person might explode with what?
You got this. Got it. Set it out. Got it. Food.
The money's all a person might explode with what?
Fear.
With fear. We gotta slow down now. We got 2 strikes. You gotta be careful.
Right, okay, I think you told me that before. HVAC.
Or diarrhea.
Is excitement the same thing as happiness?
Hey, my man, we just got
It's anybody's game right now. Somebody's going to win it when we come back. Don't go away.
Ready to break through your allergies? People everywhere are reaching for Allegra, the fastest non-drowsy allergy relief. It starts strong and stays strong for 24 hours. Get back to the moment with Allegra. It's only a matter of time until your check engine light comes on, or worse yet, your car needs repair. That could mean a big surprise auto repair bill. That's why it's so important you call CarShield today.
I was elated that I had CarShield. I was more than happy.
There's no problem when you have a car that's broken and you can't pay for it to get it fixed.
So if your vehicle has 5,000 to 150,000 miles, just tell us the make and model of your car or truck and get an instant plan quote. In a matter of minutes, you can be covered.
My experience with CarShield is that they absolutely come through every time I come.
If my car breaks down, I can count on CarShield to cover it for me. CarShield definitely has my back.
Now it's the time to make the smart choice and protect yourself from sky-high auto repair bills. Call now for a free and instant protection plan quote. It's only a matter of time until repairs are needed. And once your car breaks down, it's too late. Call 1-800-474-2552 or go to carshield.com. Get covered today. In Miami, the cops are tough. The next step you take will be in the morgue. And the nightlife is killer. So, let's make sure he does. Gotta go. CSI Miami, 298 on My-20. Yeah, that's a cool looking hot tub. Now we should check on the baby.
That's so sweet.
Maybe too sweet. The internet's down.
Your home is only as smart as your internet. Get reliable AT&T fiber and get speeds up to 300 megabits per second and DirecTV. Bundle for $75 a month for 12 months. Limited availability may not be in your area. More for your thing. That's our thing. Call 1-800-CALL-ATT.
Life can be complicated, but my bread shouldn't be. This is my artificial preservative. This is my unknown ingredient. And this is my added nonsense. Or wheat oatmeal, free from artificial preservatives, colors, and flavors. With no added nonsense. Just simple ingredients. It's one delicious way I can make smart, wholesome choices I'm more than happy to live with. Or a wheat oatmeal. This is my bread.
Join Planet Fitness by May 14th for just $1 down, $10 a month with no commitment. Get tons of cardio and strength equipment. Use our 30-minute circuit. Plus, get free fitness training. Work out the way you want in our judgment-free zone for just $1 down, $10 a month. No commitment now through May 14th. This deal ends soon. Join in the planetfitness.com. In other money clubs in May County, Maryland, join any of our 23 area locations for just $1 down. Deal ends May 14th.
Listening, amusement.
I'm sorry, okay, no problem. Hey, wait, man, my phone is waiting on you.
Oh, what's wrong, man? There's only one difference. between a chicken and a rooster?
Female.
Female. Okay, tell me one difference between a chicken and a rooster.
The size.
Michelle, tell me one difference between a chicken and a rooster.
Lays eggs.
And tell me one difference between a chicken and a rooster. The colors. Now, just based on two of these answers, y'all not from the country. So you just pull it together because you got two strikes. If it's there, the color. If it's there, you're still alive. But if it's not there, the other family can steal and win the game. DJ, tell me one difference between a chicken and a rooster.
A rooster, cock-a-doodle-doos.
Trinette, one answer left. If it's there, your family wins the game. But listen to this, you have two strikes. If it's not there, the other family can steal and win the game. Trinette, I know this answer. Tell me one difference between a chicken and a rooster.
You can eat a chicken.
You can't eat a rooster? Chicken is a male. This is man meat. Yeah. Is that true? Hey, yeah, I told you. I bet it's colored.
One answer left, family. Listen to me. If it's there, your family steals, your family wins the game. If it's not there, the Thompson family wins the game. Tell me one difference between a chicken and a rooster.
You fight roosters, cockfights.
Is it color? Am I right?
Reckon so. Over 200 years since Lewis and Clark, and yet the packing list remains the same. Bring it all. Jerky, animal feed, assorted hammers. You did check the tires. The unsung pack mules of the westward passage. Very well. Since 1960, you know we've got your back and your front. That mule's gotta eat. Discount time. Let's get you taken care of.
This summer, you can color up or feel confident from head to toe. I feel sexy
might feel confident, the best thing ever felt. The secret for sizzling summer transformations like these is Sonobello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist. Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use laser technology to simulate and stubborn dye-resistant fat cells permanently in just one visit. And now, remove fat from your stomach, thighs, and back. Find out how you can even reduce cellulite with 2 free treatments during our summer special. So this summer, say hello again to bathing suits, summer dresses, shorts, and t-shirts.
I feel better than I was in my 20s.
Can't do it.
I feel like I
Can't
can
live with it. No obligation consultation. Ask about our sizzling summer special. Get Tri-Scope laser fat removal and get 2 cellulite reduction treatments absolutely free. Call
Fill in the blank. Flying blank. Hi. Name something you can do to an egg.
Try it.
Name an occupation that
Hey, this is a cool tradition.
not a lot of money.
Teaching.
I like the way you put that on the feet. I learned a lot from it. See what I did there? You like that? Get out my brain. Do you have my card? Yes, I do. You do? Okay.
Good job. Survey said. Flying blank. You said. Hi. Survey said. Right. Survey said. Not a lot of money. You said.
Wait, huh? Yeah, I want to, I think you were under the influence the first time.
TJ, we got to do a little work now. Okay, let's do it. Jeanette got 78 points. You need 122 to win. 25 seconds.
Something nice for your mom.
We asked 100 women, how long could you go without buying something new?
7 hours.
Name something you're sick of hearing people complain about.
Their job. Their money.
Fill in the blank. Flying blank. Name something you can do to an egg.
Crack it.
Name an occupation that earns a lot of respect but not a lot of money.
Teachers.
Doctor. Flying blank.
Flying turd.
Look at Steve.
Based on the mess, you probably still gonna need that one turn. Let's go. Let's see what we got. Let's see if we can get some good point. We asked 100 women, how long could you go without buying something new? You said the very odd 7 hours.
It's okay.
So they said 1 month. Name something you're sick of hearing people complain about. You said their money. Survey said, hey, that was #1. We need 104. Come on, fill in the blank. Flying blank. You said. Survey said. Flying was the #1 answer. All right. Name something you do to an egg. You said. Crack Come on, Chevy said. Name and occupation that earns a lot of respect and not a lot of money. You said. I'm good. Survey said.
What's going on, my brother? Hey, I'm going Mayweather. Hold on. He came with that record. See, I'm going Mayweather. He just do it for me. I got two right there.
Archery mattresses save 15 to 25% on everything plus get a free gift with purchase plus a $100 gift certificate. Incredible 25% off outfit. Done and more at Star. Ready for summer? Nissan is. You can't miss out during the summer SUV sales event. All you need is a great camera, the right tunes, and a change of scenery. Save on it all at Nissan's summer SUV sales event. Save up to $4,500 on the 2019 Armada, or save up to $5,500 on the 2019 Armada.
Oh man, you're running out there.
Come see what's here at Star Furniture Services. Selection, quality, price, and service. Star. Visit our showrooms to see the biggest assortment in Texas. The furniture you want today. Star has it. It's time for some straight talk. You love your phone, but you hate the big.
You know, we've been together for 6 years, and I think that... Enough already, I'm done.
Ditch the bill with Straight Talk Wireless. Get your phone networking out for up to 50% less. Straight Talk Wireless.
It's hard to get all the daily fiber we need from food alone. That's why I love Fiber Choice. With the fiber found in many fruits and vegetables. Fiber Choice. Number one, cheating girls say they love organic fiber. Fiber in the digestive organ.
Are you sweating now? Hey, you got kids.
It's the Memorial Day sale at Mattress Firm. Enjoy one of the best mattress holidays of the year for the best deals around. Get a king mattress for the price of a queen and a queen for the price of a twin. Then store-wide savings up to $700 on the best brands. Our customers are raving about these beds. And now you too can save when you get a new Surrey Queen mattress for the price of a twin for only $397. Shop early and save big with unbeatable deals. Your budget stretches further at Mattress Firm.
I'm meteorologist John Dawson in the Fox Rag Weather Center. We had a quiet day relatively during the day on Friday, but when we look at Saturday's forecast, more rain returns. Temperatures are going to be mild once again. That flash flood watch still in effect. It'll be running all the way through 7 p.m.
This one-track weather update is brought to you exclusively by Metro. Find out what's next at metronext.org. I told you they have 14 Celsius.
Which one you doing, man?
Well, welcome to Family Feud, everybody. I'm your man, Steve Harvey.
Well, that's what I am doing. That's what I am.
$20,600 from St. Louis, Missouri, home of Second Entertainer. It's the champs. It's the Schmidt family. It's the Mitchell family. Everybody's here trying to win themselves a lot of cash, and somebody might have a shot driving out of here in that brand new car. What are you doing?
I'm great.
Good, good. What do you do?
I'm a senior technical trainer, training employees with different scientific principles, nuclear physics.
Nuclear physics.
I do teaching basic nuclear physics to emergency.
Well, will you introduce everybody?
All right. I have my beautiful, lovely wife, Kathy. I have my sweet niece, Reggie, my debonair brother-in-law, Reggie, and my younger brother, astute brother, Ken.
Welcome to the show. Well, family, listen up. These are the champs. They're a real nice group over there. You guys have a lot of fun today. Stay enthusiastic. Y'all want to win some money? Yeah! Give me Bridget. Give me Bridget.
Back in the day, I could see where you're coming from.
Top 6 answers on the board. Listen close. Name a famous bear.
Yogi.
Yogi.
Not Cow. What's his name, Mo? The white guy that talks to the truck.
I was saying, listen carefully. Look how long that question is. The question is, name a famous bear. A woman might want her man to dress up like in bed. He got the number one. All I got was name a famous bear. Yogi! All right, Miss Kathy, name a famous bear. A woman might want a man to dress up like in bed.
How about Smokey the Bear?
Name a famous bear. A woman might want a man to dress up like in bed.
I'm gonna say Boo Boo.
Boo famous bear. A woman might want her man to dress up like in bed.
A polar bear.
Polar bear. That's that famous polar bear. All right, Ken. Name the famous bear. What about to dress up like in bed?
I'm going to say Charlie the circus bear.
Made that up. He made that up. He made that up. Hey, his face is supposed to be killing me, bro. Oh, man.
World famous Charlie the circus bear. All right, Willie, we got 2 strikes. We got to be careful, y'all. Steal. Name a famous bear. A woman might want a man to dress up like you.
It's a Chicago bear.
Gatorade. If we're talking about, listen, I'm gonna say it one more time. Offensive perspective,
that's on the board. Here we go. We asked 100 women. Name a kind of glass you can fit one of your breasts into.
There's not even a conversation to be had. Well, he said from what perspective? You mean like just leading the team or like overall? Skill set. He said offensive skill set. Honestly, to me, that's like asking what's a better cost, a Honda or a Tesla. It don't matter. Fuel economy, it don't matter. If Tesla is Tesla, a Honda is not. So when you talk about, we want to go that low. 1,000 in comparison to a Kobe, absolutely. Kobe Bryant skill, man.
All right, Reggie, talk to 100 women. Name a kind of glass you can fit one of your breasts into.
Like the punch bowl, the glass punch bowl.
But elevating James Harden to Kobe status, not yet. They ain't working right now. That's so disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? I'm right. They ain't working right now. Top 5 people going up.
The damn punch bowl. The
just gonna come with that fight, man. Well, so that's still not necessarily conversation. Conversation is offensive skill set. Okay, I'll give it to you.
What are your breasts into?
I'm not a cool favorite.
A martini glass.
A martini
But not only that, James Harden, so I'm a left-handed. I love left-handed. Okay. So, like, I do my best to, like, pull my left. You know what I'm saying? I know it's short, right? Listen, like me, I got a left-handed athlete, but if you were to watch games, I see Kobe like breaking balls, shooting his right arm, shooting fingers on his right hand, shoot three-pointers and hit them. So for me, it ain't even a discussion. Kobe can take you off the dribble from either shot. Kobe can turn around from either shot. You can't say you ask the question about that dream. How you gonna say the man was good? Hardy can do the side step on both sides. This way that's the point I'm making. Exactly. No issue. Kobe can take you off the dribble to the cup with authority and finish with either hand. James Harden can do that. James Harden goes right to set you up and go back left. Kobe don't have to do that. Bro, you can see James Harden name my mouth, bro. Tired of talking about it. Hey, dog, let me tell you what he said. What he say? He said James Harden is a Hyundai, Whoa, you said Hyundai. And Kobe is a Tesla. I don't think James is quite a Hyundai yet.
We're drinking family, so I'm beer glass.
Hard not bad though. But he ain't with everybody got him. I want to switch back that top. Come on now. You got a hot take hands on. Man, so hot that day. You better man, how does the tight it's sweatpants. You know sweatpants, buddy. Look like somebody just go take a nap. Look like somebody else go right there. You can't get on. Your pants so tight. I heard it's short. You got capris on me? Come on, come on. Some capris? You got on pajamas. With ashy ankles on. I mean, you got mismatched socks. You got hot pants. You just got on polo pajamas, nigga. Hey, listen. I work. Man, I got polka dot socks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. I'm fashionable like a mouse. Yeah, right. But I tell you what, I got one year-old. You got 99 collars on. I think you might have on some capris too. Hey, we tell you something. 99 collars. You got 99 colors. All 99. Black, gray, red. I mean, no.
Alright, boys. Listen to your mom. Now go ahead and hand them over. Video games, whatever you got. It's good. You can watch videos. We're going to play video games in the morning. It's alright. I can see this. I'm going to sweep this up.
Alright, then you pajamaed up. Yeah, I'll take that all day. I'll take that all day. You know what I'm saying?
Simple, easy, awesome. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $29.99. I just got to get $250 when you switch to Xfinity Mobile. Click call or visit store today.
They got the nerve today. Pull the strings on them a little tight around the kneecap. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I see him over there. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be so right.
Welcome back to the Field Everybody Schmidt family 156.
That just big boss coming back hard, boy. I'm telling you, got the gold. Come on. No, you ain't done yet. You just started. No. Hold up, man. Oh, my God.
Always think they're right.
What is it, Matt? Orange? Red? Man, it just don't make no sense today, bro.
Doctor.
When that damn? It don't make no sense how tight you man jogging pants. Hey, it's dollars. It's dollars. It's dollars. That's what they win, bro. You know what I mean? The wife thinks she like it on me, or she, hey, she like it on my money, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
We ask 100 women, name an occupation whose men always think they're right.
Get
I
fined.
know this firsthand, but lawyers.
Hey, Mark, 100 women, name an occupation whose men always think they're right.
I'm going to go with teacher.
Bridget, name an occupation whose men always think they're right.
A businessman.
We need to get him ass Hey, I don't have no problem passing it down, bro. No problem passing it down, bro. Hey, it's all right. Hey, man, listen. All I'm saying, man, I'm not. You sit there and say, pass it down, but at the same time, you probably can't.
A journalist.
All day. Yeah, give me them whole time.
Ready to break through your allergies? People everywhere are reaching for Allegra, the fastest non-drowsy allergy relief. It starts strong and stays strong for 24 hours. Get back to the moment with Allegra. It's only a matter of time until your check engine light comes on, or worse yet, your car needs repair. That could mean a big surprise auto repair bill. That's why it's so important you call CarShield today.
I was elated that I had CarShield. I was more than happy.
It's not fun when you have a car and it's broken and you can't pay for it to get it fixed.
So, if your vehicle has 5,000 to 150,000 miles, just tell us the make and model of your car or truck and get an instant plan quote. In a matter of minutes, you can be covered.
My experience with CarShield is that they absolutely come through every time I need them.
If my car breaks down, I can count on CarShield to cover it for me. CarShield definitely has my back.
Now it's the time to make the smart choice and protect yourself from sky-high auto repair bills. Call now for a free and instant protection plan quote. It's only a matter of time before repairs are needed. And once your car breaks down, it's too late. Call 1-800-474-2552 or go to carshield.com. Get covered today.
You and them who need some ads and damn posters on ankles. Hey man, pull your shoes up when you talking to me. Hey, alright, don't do that. 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 Don't do it, yo. I'm out of here, man.
So your shoes sagging.
Oh, now you want that. You want to come back, bro. Oh, okay.
until 11:30 on Bob 20 Vision.
That boy got on some skinny jeans.
I ain't got no skinny jeans. I don't care what y'all say.
Point values triple. Top 4 answers on the board. Here we go. Name something that might be nipping at your toes.
I'm over here trying to mind mine, man.
Name something that might be nipping at your toes.
I like how you think that up. I like it. Real talk.
Something that might be nipping at your toes.
It's like you put a sign on that. Little buckshot shoulder there, you know what I'm
You got 2 strikes. If it's there, you're still alive. But if it's not there, the other family can steal and play sudden death. Natalie, name something that might be nipping at your toes.
A cat.
A cat.
I ain't stop messing with you, bro. Stop. I am over here not bothering nobody, bro.
One answer left. If it's there, your family wins the game. But you've got 2 strikes. If it's not there, the other family can steal and play sudden death. Name something that might be nipping at your toes.
A rabbit.
A rabbit. Our family situation, there is but 1 answer left on the board. If it's there, your family steals, your family plays sudden death. If it's not there, the Schmidt family wins the game. Name something that might be nipping at your toes.
So they'll stop.
Your spouse.
Whether you were born here or gone here as fast as you could, Texas will capture your heart. Now through June 4th, buy 2 charms, get a charm necklace or bracelet free, up to a $72 value. James Avery, Artisan Jewelry.
No, man. I'm enjoying the horizon, man.
With anybody else, we know their rates are good. We know that they're always going to take care of us.
It was an instant savings, and I should have changed a long time ago.
It was funny because we were all another insurance company. They was like, we can't do
He just asked what we're talking about here. He was asking us, he didn't ask us. He don't back when he asked me. He just asked what they got to do.
Freshwater beef stacked high.
All right, Gravy. I got it, Gravy.
What is too much fresh beef? Stacked too high. Too much melted cheese and too many fresh cut veggies. Well, we have a 4-inch burger like a lot of other places. We just call it a junior. Good thing there's a burger made just for you. Good thing there's Whataburger.
Aggressive life skills, but contestant number 2 fights back by using reverse force, and contestant number 3 adds a touch of sweetness.
Sweetie, come eat outside.
But it's too hot out there.
I did call you out. The man after he was there, he thought we was talking about him. He thought we was talking about him. So he said, what's going on? Do I need to fight back? But the thing about it though, you said it so loud, it made it sound like you said it. So, you heard it. Oh. You coming left? Too sweet.
It's down.
Now you going to I'm sorry. Trying to turn on me. Most one call it well, you on the phone when they said your parents was a child lord. They said your parents was a child lord. They said all the time. I'm saying you gotta throw a quick one in there a little lower. That's what they said. That's why he asked. I'm just telling you. All right. I don't say that. All right. Hey, what though? What them pants I had on person here by my clothes. I wear what I want to wear. Bring it all y'all want. You know what? Bring your ass back. Do you, dog? Do you, Lou? I don't care about that. 1 to 10. It's like if both come in here with big neck, cross colors, and all that colors you got on, I can come in here. Plus them ashy ankles you got too. I can do it too. I'm saying right. Hot yellow pants, hot red pants. Got on the Bruce Lee. You got super pants. Color shirt like we wear. Jurassic Park again.
What got that Chinese polo edition? Them pants made for Chinese people, boy.
I'm gonna wear what I wear. You know what I'm saying?
Two pants made for a 5'3" Chinese man.
That's right. You say that's a large? That's a large or large? That's the same way you like.
I can't even do it with Motor Bro, man. I can't even do it, man. I'm trying to get with my crew. I can't even do it. Instead of 5'3", not even. Nah, you know what? These, something wrong with him. Something wrong. You want SLR? All right with these? You shot my back?
SLR's all right.
You shot my back?
That's all for yours.
Some dumb boy stuff for you.
That's who y'all and all
I'll ask you 75 questions.
Oh, man. He said he got his pants off the Bel Air.
I'm going to say try again. You give me another answer. I'm going to look at tough this time. I'll give you 25 seconds.
You ready? I got to play the
day. 25 seconds on the clock, please.
Maybe you brought all this food in here with you. Yeah, all you did, we've been calling food all day. Man, you come in here.
Yeah, he throw me in the mix. I ain't said nothing about
it. Name something you ride on that you hope is a smooth ride.
Everybody just had that.
Roller coaster. My legs.
Hey, everybody.
Mother's Day.
I'm ready.
All right, let's go. We need 125. On a scale of 1 to 10, how happy would you be if you married for money? You said about 7. Survey said 5 was the #1 answer.
Hey, wait a minute.
Fill in the blank. Blank salad, you said. Chop salad, survey said.
Calm down.
Potato and fruit salad tied for the top. Name something you ride on that you hope is a smooth ride, you said. Roller coaster, survey said. Airplane. Let me call your buddy at the Houston Rest, you said.
3. Survey said.
Game 7 Sunday.
Name a holiday that could be ruined by rain. You said Mother's Day. Survey said 4th of July.
I tell you what though, most men they don't boys. Y'all had something like Kevin Love. Woo!
Life can be complicated, but my bread should be. This is my artificial preservative. This is my unknown ingredient. And this is my added nonsense. Or we call that free from artificial preservatives, colors, and flavors. With no added nonsense. Just simple ingredients. It's one delicious way I can make smart, wholesome choices I am more than happy to live with.
Oh.
Well, we're going to see tonight.
They said he was shooting 62% from this.
It's time for some straight talk.
During this series. I don't know. I just heard 62% in Draymond.
Ditch the bill with Straight Talk Wireless and keep your phone network and number for up to 50% less. Straight Talk Wireless.
It's hard to get all the daily fiber we need from food alone. That's why I love Fiber Choice. With the fiber found in many fruits and vegetables. Fiber Choice, number one in
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
And you find that perfect spring dress and that oh yeah price. That's yes for less. Score the latest spring dresses at 26% off department store prices every day.
No, I'm not right now.
I got some news for you. It's up, darn it. I don't know if you're honest, but we're going installation. Plus, use your store credit card. No interest for 12 months. Also, take advantage of our $19.99 oil change. Head into NTB today. That's all you need. Ready for summer? Nissan is. You can't miss out during the summer SUV sales event. All you need is a great camera, the right tunes, and a machine to see. Save more on Nissan's SUV sales event. Save up to $4,500 on the 2019 Armada, or save up to $50 on the 2019 Armada. During the Memorial Day mattress sale, Star Furniture no interest and free same-day delivery at Star.
You're at Ross and you find at a price that has you like, that's yes for less. Say yes to the latest summer trends at 20 to 60% off department store prices every day at Ross. Yes for less.
It's a Texas camp.
Yeah, boy, we're on this. You know what?
The last episode we watched that. He already got 20 nose on YouTube right now.
Who's this nigga?
What have you done with my husband?
It works different with everybody else.
Presented by Mountain Dew.
Inside Studio H here in Los Angeles, two gentlemen. Oh, always good to see you guys. Balls here. Among you three, this is a stat. This is more trivia. There were 41 game sixes.
Who all think Houston gonna win tonight?
You know what?
Who all think Houston gonna win tonight?
I don't care. NBA postseason history. The team holding the 3-2 series lead has won that series 85% of the time. Last year was Houston Rockets. They joined that 15% in the NBA territory. This
Oh!
Warriors are
Man, did you hear the question? Oh, man. That's why he ain't a real fan. That's what it is. He would have been like this. And he would have been like this. All this live. Hey, this guy was saying, that's three. Hey, they only got 2 fans. Look at 2 fans.
the last 27. Here's what got said about all that today.
Mo, you heard me tell bro. Hey, did I tell you I said I'm gonna stop something? I said I'm gonna stop something.
Extra weight on my shoulder.
That fool right there.
Very talented team, so I just go down. We gotta go out and shoot 30, 40 times.
It's gonna be a good game, man. It's gonna be a good game.
Information. Warriors are the world make 5th straight conference final appearance. That would be 5th on the streak. By any team, conferences were created in 71. A win tonight would give away road victory in 20.
Hey, blow out.
I learned something every day. I ain't lying. You got a little criminal coming in.
So then if you're on the rocket side,
No, they 20. With the tire.
Switching they do. A really big lineup as we've been watching this series. So it takes away from the small ball lineup down the stretch. You know, the way they've been playing this whole season, they've been a lot through Kevin Durant and Kevin Durant. So it'll be interesting to see how they go back and how the old Golden State Warriors played from a year or two ago.
So the human side of this is that you look at this Rockets team, they're either going to come out and say, blood and water, let's take advantage, or they're going to take a step back. So how do you make sure you feel
I see you, Mo. I know, dog. Shit need to make it to your car.
It's 27 times.
Boy, you ain't never going to come on, sit down, man. Look, it's a fan red like it ain't going to look. I ain't see you, dog. I ain't see you. I'm gone now. Where you at? Oh, it's worth it out, man. Old lady, out, man.
This is the middle chance. Now, last year, I was one of the people that said Houston would have won.
You know you're going to talk, man.
Even though now you can do it without KD.
I'm going to Oh yeah, that bro. I guarantee you, his first 10 words, he's gonna say it twice. Oh, he really gonna say it all now. I gotta keep my thoughts in
back on the floor. But in talking to Rockets players, they don't believe that Durant's absence will make winning the series any easier for them. In fact, according to PJ Tucker, exactly the opposite.
Because they're going to play. They're going to move the ball, they're going to cut, they're going to play off the ball.
That's where I stay. Get money.
And we just talked to Mike D'Antoni as well, and he told us that, of course, without Kevin Durant on the floor, attacking the Warriors will be much different. But he said the key now will be that you cannot let people like Steph Curry or Klay Thompson get off. You cannot fall asleep on those guys. He said if they have great games,
They are at
all times.
Yeah, man.
Steph, you can't let Klay
Gonna kill time, man.
Seems simple enough to fit the place to make it a good game. After Durant left, game 5, Steph 16 points on 5 for 9. Kawhi Leonard is a winner. We have free agent game 7 against the Sixers. Does he feel anything?
I know they feel a little.
Will he even express himself if he does? We'll come back.
NBA Countdown is presented by Mountain Dew.
Perfect time. We're going to do some crawfish.
Don't do it.
Watch the game.
Choose Mobile One Synthetic instead. It protects engines better than conventional oil.
Oil
works just fine.
And it keeps your engine in excellent condition over 250,000 miles.
You look much taller on TV.
The camera adds 6 feet.
But it seems like a big no.
Give 250,000 miles of protection. Upgrade to Mobile One.
What do you do while you wait for that big charcoal light running? Arts and crafts. Choose the charcoal working flame. Fast as light, low as burning.
My car was swept away in a flash. 5 hours. This and a hell of a lot. More people go out. That's right.
Mix it with water. Let water ice. Let it ice.
Each week with Senator will be invested and banners will be lifted. So get your car, your boat, or your train and get to B-Dubs. To celebrate this special time of the year, order up with some wings, warm up by the TV with your closest sandwiches, and order up the beer just like Mom used to pour. Merry
Oh, we haven't done
Gatorade Zero. All the electrolytes, zero sugar.
So hurry in to get 4 tenders and a biscuit for just $3.99.
Hey, Kiara, what's up, D? What's up, dog?
I said, what up, dog?
Come out like quiet. I'm straight up. I need something to call you.
She's about 10 minutes from a hotel by window. Jeff's flying.
Joke?
No, I'm
But hey, 10 minutes from the window. He's having the best day ever.
Hey, man. Hold on, bust me down one day, man. I'm good.
With over 6,000 hotels across the country, free hotel by window is closer than you think.
I would have pants for knees.
Right. I gotta know what I'm saying. Tennessee knows exactly. You fool me once. You fool me, you can't fool me twice.
You're watching NBA Countdown, presented by Mountain Dew.
Finish the Celtics tonight.
We got bobbleheads, we got thank you so much to all those.
Potentially the MVP, I'm gonna give it up to the Milwaukee Bucks. I'll prove you wrong, so I'm all with it.
You really don't have much of a choice.
You don't have a choice. I got you, Giannis. I got you, Giannis.
If we end up in Milwaukee,
I got you. I got you, real time.
Your dad will be able to Milwaukee. And B, that they have a whole bunch of time off because they don't start up again until next Wednesday. And the only reason, one of the only reasons, is the Toronto situation. You're going to get us all at some point on the show. 25-6. Sunday, by the way, is the best TV day of all time. And then the Raptors have the leading scorer of the series who has a mechanical efficiency.
I'd like to tell you a simple story about robots. The truly autonomous robot has been a vision of scientists and engineers for many years. One day, it might be possible to construct a thinking machine that, just as we can, what it might be like to look into the eyes of the machine and know that it's looking back at you and it has thoughts, intentions, plans, and maybe one day even desires.
Is one player of basketball this week?
His expression never changing.
I'm trying to get out of here.
This is game 6. We don't win. This is the last game.
Yeah, I am. I already got loud with me. You got scared. You got scared. I quit.
Come on, after no more.
You talk to me like a red. I don't get practicing over. I ain't gonna hear you.
Needs my full attention.
He's my fandom.
You just seen that boy talk about he almost had a stroke.
Yo, that was hilarious. That was the funniest thing I've ever heard. He gonna pull a red. When you see him, boy, when you said I'm red, he had about 6 over there. Two boy, one first thing I did. Oh my God.
Wait, let me, so what is it that puts him in third?
I'm happy to go back. There you go, right there, Louis. There you go, you get more. I told you not to the first time. Can't believe me, you got you. Got you with your angel on and everything. Give me this one, got both of them.
This dude went out and handled his business and did a gentleman sweep.
What are you going to use tonight, buddy?
He's the second best third.
I know he don't want to talk to you. I'm going to talk to Red. I'm going to tell him I got Right. You watch the game on the night, buddy. You watch the game on the night, buddy. All I can tell you, probably going to watch the game first half. This is my last one.
Last down,
back 2 days, man. Shit, hold on. Hold on. You keep it back 2 days, now I got a rush. Hey, you like to hurt me just then, bro. Yeah, man. You supposed to come yesterday. That wasn't my fault you didn't come yesterday. Your fault. You supposed to come yesterday. I can't do it. Yeah, man, keep it back 2 days, man. Keep it back 2 days. I got some good food. You supposed to come yesterday. No, win. You couldn't do it on win. It'll be 9 o'clock. I go to bed at 9. They come out and sleep or something. No, come out while I'm sleeping. 9 o'clock, I can't do it on Thursday.
Right now, and that's what I got to go by, and that's factoring injuries. I have to take the Denver Nuggets to win the title. Of those four, here's why. They have home court advantage against everybody except the Bucks. They're in the West. Last time I checked, Kevin Durant was injured. They're going to have home court advantage against the Warriors. The next series, they got the best player in the class. They have everything in there. You, coaching, I mean, just all of them. They have the better ADs. I would say he's the best basketball player. He's a first teamer. He's a first teamer. You just argued with me a week ago about putting the first team and putting him in second. Of course, he just had his argument. Of course, he did. Right here. You gotta get up out of here. You gotta curve it. I'm waiting on that for I'm waiting for Christmas time to get that story read.
Just $6.99 because it takes two to make a great everyday value. Every store, every day, the Italian way, and a little
You have a treat today?
Here's to the car because, well, that's my job. What?
We ready for tomorrow, don't we? Let's go tomorrow. The blaze on y'all tomorrow. Eat y'all for it.
Hello, quality time at Marco's. The low time best part of the day with Italian quality pizza. Get 2 medium one-topping pizzas for just $6.99 each. Every store, every day. The Italian way. And a little cream.
That's what they try to do to the place. He's like, no, that's a good look, but don't make that look. I got to eat on bird.
It's the Memorial Day sale at Mattress Firm. Enjoy one of the best mattress holidays of the year. One of the best deals around. Get a king mattress for the price of a queen and a queen for the price of a twin. Then store-wide savings of up to $700 on the best brands. Our customers are raving about these beds. And now you too can save when you get a new Sir and Queen mattress for the price of a twin for only $397. Shop and save big with budget stretches further at Mattress Firm.
Skip the appointment. Renew your insurance prescription for free. 1-800-CONTACTS.
Get off the steering wheel! Pull the e-brake up, goddammit. Leave the gas gauge alone. Close the glove box. Let me come out there. Niggas gonna throw the car. Pull your shoes up, bro. Put your pollution, man. Like I'm trying to.
This is our latest gift in off the pot. Go to YouTube, search that.
Hey man, you shot at me. My gun was bigger, that's all. My skin brother get away with that, man.
Since I was a part of the second highest scoring game in the history of the NBA, so they right that I get a chance to acknowledge bad defense, in particular this year's playoff. This play is going to highlight the Houston Rockets. Okay? It's a terrific pass by Draymond Green. Let's get a second. Now, this kind of embodies today's game. I know Mr. Big Show is not going to like this. There's a guy right here. But Austin Rivers much rather get out here to this guy than to give up a dunk. And the highest percentage shot in basketball is still, regardless of the analytics, is a slam or a dunk. And then I look deeper into the box score, Paul, and I notice something. Andre Iguodala, Twinkie Bella won the focus. You know what? That's why. He won the focus. Hesitation. Right here, we feel that he's warmed up. Joel Embiid does a terrific job of showing Embiid. Jimmy Butler's trying to stay with Kawhi. Scott is still tripping. But watch Kyle Lowry as he continues to grow. Embiid wants somebody else to guard him. For some strange reason, I guess he realized that that's a
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got somebody like
That's what I thought. How about this? One of the favorite plays of this series that I've seen. I like this effect. Now watch KD and CP3. These two guys are going to get into a little shoving match. The problem is CP3 fought so much, and he's about to get up and he realizes he's about to get something. Watch it, he thought about it, he looked up, he's like, maybe is that point guard? Like, no, I'm saying. So nice.
Here's my drink.
James Harden gets all the headlines, but the heart and muscle is what's keeping the series in check. On the dirty side,
Pieces in cups. We're killing it over here, huh? I'm sorry. Reese's.
I think I found my dream car.
Turns out they want me to start next month. She can stay with you to finish your senior year.
There's no type, but we can make this work.
Grandpa, what about your dream car?
This is my dream.
Principal, we can help you plan for that.
If something's important to you, wouldn't you want it? If those important something's Culligan water. For Culligan to make water softer and cleaner. Culligan water makes green beans green beanier. Culligan reduces most toxic toxins and makes tastier drinks you put rocks in. Culligan even improves the water you eat. Culligan water's a perfect nice little guy treat. Washers for dishes, washers for clothes, give the Culligan treatment to those. The list goes on, but you get the point. So you can give your people Culligan.
24th.
You should move where I'm from. Minnesota. A lot of people up there don't like spice. Fit right in up there.
It's this dog made a choice to serve her country. But when she lost her leg in battle, she made another. Melissa chose to fight, not only for herself, but for her fellow soldiers who had injured her. Pushing herself to be her best, she took her fight to the world stage, inspiring others to choose to be their best. Since 1925, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from, no matter what you're making, flowers, fighting spirit.
My time is spent, but so is my mom.
It's been down to ultimate fame price. Now there's Scott's Thicker Law, a revolutionary 3-in-1 solution for weak lawns. With a solid cover just for 10 weeks, seed to fry grapes, and fertilizer to feed. The result? Up to a 50% thicker lawn after just one application.
Now yard time is our time.
This is a Scott's Yard.
Change such life. By changing, even circles. This options on apartments.com. Exciting universe. You difference. Apartments.com. Change your apartment. Change your universe.
I'm right behind you.
Hold on, bro. Hold on, dog. Hold on, dog.
All right, boy.
Ooh, that boy, you got some speed on the nose.
Yeah, boy.
That's like something your granddaddy used to have. Hey, you know he told a little bottle like that, Dave. Yeah.
You're watching NBA Countdown, presented by Mountain Dew.
The way he steps back and drives, scores, passes, when he dresses off the court, of course, the beard. James Harden stands out. The NBA has never seen anything quite like him. But for James Harden to live in future memories is something more enduring than unique.
Yeah, I gotta stop this one man.
James Harden, he knows it. Here he is.
I like that. I'm good.
You know, you don't come back in here with the pink pants, the pink shoes. The way he plays, gets to the foul line, his handles, being able to create space when he step back, and all those things. Step back three. That's great to be doing. I think if I was stepping up Boston, I would be like more close. I would just be average. This fashion, wearing crazy colors, wearing materials, trying to move.
Oh, you said I burnt them up.
Oh, you should have gave it to somebody, man. Somebody probably needs it.
You said I burnt them up, man. I'm attacking them all.
I'm always excited to be in the NBA as a young man.
Preferably, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get out, I know the boy was dragging hard. I'm still rock my polo shorts.
Hey, thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all.
I'll set back in.